We are live on TikTok. What's up, everybody? Watching the replay. So, we're just going to wait for everyone to show up. And before that, just a quick message for the collective showing up. Oh, hey, Tana Arawak, how's it going? How are you doing? How's life? How's things? Christy, Sai, how are you doing? Good to see you. It's Izzy, good to see you. 17. Ingrid Goosen, hi. Man, I don't even get a chance to get to because I used to do like a general. Good morning, it's Izzy. Oh, hey Deja, how are you doing? Good to see ya. I like something on my teeth. Oh, that's okay. Hey Tana, how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Deja? Man, you guys are quick now. It used to be where I'd show up. Morning, mini VDM 73. How are you doing? I used to start each video with it would take a second for people to show up, and so I do a channeled general message. That was back in the early days. um, Ingrid Goosen asks, "Will Peter and I cross paths again?" Body depending on what? No, yes. I'm sorry, King Junior. I don't know who you are, so I will not. So sometimes people try to go live with me, and I don't know who they are. I'm like, why do? Why do? Um, um, You think you had an aha moment, Deja? About what? That's interesting. Sorry, Ingrid Goosen. Will Peter and I cross paths again? I was getting my body pendulum went no, yes, and my guides were saying in a roundabout way, yes. So it's down the road. Might not be right away, but it's a possibility. But overall, yes is the answer. High probability. Hope that makes sense for you. Chrissy Sai, I don't believe Dave has moved on fully. I think he's still processing what happens, and I actually kind of feel like he wants you back. But there does have to be a bit of a truce, is what I'm hearing. So I don't know why they're saying I would hesitate to get back into that. Would it be in the highest good for you to get back in that relationship with Dave? Yeah, kinda. I think there's some stuff to work through. There's a workaround. They're saying stay the course on that in general, whatever direction you're going with that. That's what I'm hearing. Alexandria is learning 222. Good morning. How are you doing? Southpaw, I made it. Hey, Southpaw, how's it going? Mini VDM, I really appreciated the reading yesterday. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't have it up on YouTube yet, but I'm glad that you appreciated it. I'm glad it got to the right people for it to get to. Southpaw, I've been hoping I'd make it to your live this Sunday. Awesome. I'm glad you made it. Shoot, there's people who got muted on previous lives who reached out and wanted to be unmuted, and I completely forget to check their usernames and see if they're hanging out to unmute them. And I apologize if anyone's doing that, hanging out there. Okay, so someone asked a question, and I didn't skip it. I'm just trying to keep up chat. Alexandria is learning. Hey, friend, any guidance? I'm kind of lost at the. I'm guessing you're going to say moment. I like the sunflower. That's synchronistic. What they're saying is the sun will shine again, and it's I feel like right now you're actually uncovering you because they're showing me uncovering you. They're uncovering and then you. So uncovering you. This lost period is a period of finding yourself, so don't worry too much, but definitely dig in deep and go within right now and just see if there's any areas of your life or inside of yourself that you feel need patched up or just some healing. I would work on that, I guess, even if it's just breath work and just sitting with any old wounds and letting them fade away, if that makes sense. What else is coming through for you? Alexandria is learning. Help you feeling lost. I'd say anything new. They're anything new is gold, is what I'm hearing right now. Anything. It's the new paths are the better paths. So if you have at any point a divergent road between going with an old option or career path or something and a new one, I would go with the new, as long as it sits right with you and your gut feeling and your intuition and stuff, for sure. Am I zoomed in on my face? No, the lives are just closer up now, I think. So now you get more of me. Okay, sorry. That's what am I doing? So I hope that. So sorry not to take away from the tone of feeling kind of lost. You're actually on the right track. Oddly enough, it's just you're on track to being more found. It's just sometimes when you're at drift, the universe is using the tides and currents of life to get you in the right direction so that you like get to the right place and feel found again. Does that make sense? It's like sometimes those lost periods are the universe's way of redirecting you to where like what's for you because you're less attached to like what's going on. Does that make any sense? So hopefully that resonates and makes sense. But go within is the main message, and like meditation is big. And you're getting a lot of downloads, is what I'm hearing. Like just etherically, whether you realize it or not. Like ear ringing can be a sign of that. So be patient right now. It's like I feel like things will resolve pretty quickly, and you'll know where you're headed soonish, like summer, fall time. And of course, you'll have periods where you feel like your head comes up from the water and you can see where you're at and what's going on, and you're like, oh, okay, or something like that. But hopefully that helps. Okay. Deja, well, actually, can you ask my guides if I was right about that aha moment? Also, a question about my channeling upgrade. The aha moment, I was like, I feel like you, like, kind of, sort of, like you're halfway there. It's like, there's like one more piece to that, like, puzzle that will, like, really click it into place, and you will get there soon. I don't think that's, you're really on the right track, though, is what they're saying. They don't want to say you're, like, way off or anything. It's like the first step towards the full realization is what I'm hearing. A question about your channeling upgrade. Is that something we talked about or I channeled through earlier about you? It's like, I feel like it's integrated. If you got a channel, if there was something that came through about a channeling upgrade, what they're saying is it's integrating your channeling upgrade. So I wouldn't get too caught up in your head about it, because that's going to be a natural progression where you're more naturally and fluidly channeling at first without realizing it potentially, and then like you'll just start to realize what's happening, and it'll be like a very fluid transition in the next, it might be over the next year where it really starts to pick up more. You're like, okay, I can do this. But be patient with it, because like for instance, like some of my story was like when I first really knew I could channel and someone was like, hey, you're like meant to do this, pretty much. It was like from that moment, it took like, there's like a lot of different things that played out, but it must have been like 6 months before it was like, oh, I felt like the energy come over me more fully. And I was like, it took a few more months after that where I was like, oh, the channel messages are actually happening. And then it took like 6 more months after that where I was like, oh, I can channel very fluidly. And then it was 6 more months after that where I was like, oh, I can channel almost at will. So it's like, you know, timing and time stuff. Words. I hope that makes sense and answers your question, and feel free to ask another about the channeling upgrade. Greasy Sai, you're so welcome. Southpaw asks, am I on the right path? Yes, very much so. Just inner healing, inner work are important right now too. Just like keep up the good work in general, because I feel like you've done a lot of patchwork, and like things are healing and progressing slowly, and that'll pick up. I think you're gonna know what to do, like what your body needs, what's your like perhaps like mental health and mental emotional kind of states need, if that makes sense more of. You're on the right track though. Yes. Is there real love? Yes. Is there real love for you? Yeah, it's coming. Just work on yourself in the meantime and really try to like upgrade your circumstances is what I'm hearing. And I think that a lot of that's within, and just like your mindset, your like emotional status, your overall general, oh my gosh, that was an interesting string of words they gave me. Overall general sensory experience of life. So it's like makes your life in general feels good is what I'm getting. I think you'll be attracting the right lover that way is what I'm hearing. That's part, it's like a big piece of the puzzle. Hope that helps. Asked by Prince Priestess, anything incoming for me and for love for me? Not right away, but yes, it's like, that's down the line, but it's inbound. I would just keep manifesting, keep writing down like, what are you looking for? What are your boundaries? What's not so hot for you? What are the things that you've encountered that you're like, yeah, maybe not this. Or maybe you're scrolling through TikTok and they don't want me to give that advice. But I would really trust yourself when you write those lists down. I do feel like you're meant to manifest great love, but you kind of have to go within and see what are the qualities that most resonate for you in a lover? What are you looking for in a partner? What do you need in life, and not just in the bedroom, if that makes sense, but also in your general life circumstances as you move forward and have a partnership with someone where you're building a life together. What would you like to see if you want to build a legacy with your partner that you're actually building with? Are they able to learn and grow with you? Are they able to stand their ground when the going gets tough? Are they able to be loyal and stick by your side? These are things that it would be wise to ask yourself for what you're looking for. So take this time to get to know yourself a little bit better and get to know your preferences and what it is you are looking for, and that will more naturally bring about the love that you are looking for. For the more you can enjoy your life at this now moment, whether or not you are pining for love, we will not put the pressure on, oh, you must stop pining for love or else love or never, because that is simply not true. There are so many people who pine for love, and then love just leaps out of the bushes at them like a cat that's just like, ah. There's a video online that jumped into the visuals, if that makes sense. Brandon does receive visuals while he is channeling. We receive visuals, so there's a lot of a multi-sensory experience through channeling, if that makes sense. There's so much more to this than just words flowing through a human. So to give a little bit of a view behind the cockpit of a channeler is what we would say. That is not important to your question, however, maybe the questions of others who are curious about how I do this work. But gosh, I need to, okay. Oh my gosh. That was, okay. Sorry, I had to like jump out of that. I felt like those. Anyways, yes. Sorry, that was very long. Many I'm like very in channel mode right now, so the words are mini VDM73. Do I have any clairs? Yes. Quick answer is everyone has all the clairs. The ones that are strong suited for you are, you know what, actually you might, I forget the name of it, but it's like the one where you smell things. Like if someone lights an incense on a video, like you smell the incense, that's something that could ramp up for you. Very clairsentient as an energy sensitive, and also it's a bit of clairvoyance, but I want to say clairaudience will ramp up as well, but clairsentience is probably the strong suit. You definitely have knowing as well. As far as the strongest one right now, I would say clairsentience is what I'm getting. But you're supposed to have them all. It takes a while to like ramp them up, and like once you get one going, it really opens the circumstances and the gateways for the rest to come flooding through. Is what I want to say. Though some of you will find you have stronger suits in 1 or 2 or 3 over the others, but that does not limit you to opening the gateways to improving those faculties this lifetime. I hope that makes sense, Mini VBDM 73. Darling Mel, good to see you, Darling Mel. Good morning. Prince Priestess, hey Brandon, good morning. Hey, I think I answered your question, but I love, that was probably smart to jump in the Q&A before. If that is what it is. Uh-oh, I think I don't know what Deja, I just got your comment. If that is what it is, I don't know if I know what that is referring to right now. Viggy Nay, hey, good morning. Hey Viggy Nay, good to see you. Southpaw, just happy to be here. Great. Doing great. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm glad you're happy to be here, and I'm happy you're here. And happy to be here. Mini VDM. She thing. So I'm just gonna keep going. Guys, make sure. Thank you so much for the secret. The bag. I don't know. I didn't catch the name, but thank you so much, guys. Make sure you're putting questions in the Q&A. Because once chat fills up, which it will inevitably as things pick up speed here, the chat just kind of like disappears, and then I just can't see any old questions. So Q&A will save the chat. For now, I'm just going to go through chat until it disappears, and then it'll just be whatever Q&A questions I am drawn to answer, I will answer. Shishi thing, will I heal from my multiple health issues? I get yes. Gradually, some faster than others is what I'm hearing. S by Miyajunker 3. Any advice, any guidance on the future of my voice? I don't know why I'm not. Like, do you have issues with your voice? I wish I understood like the context of this one. Sometimes it's easier for me to just like, it's easier for me on a human level when I understand the context. Thanks for the rose, KWAC. I really appreciate it. Guidance on the future of your voice. So the advice for right now for you regarding your voice, and this is Mia Junker 3, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But oh hey Morris Strepa, how you doing? Thanks for the rose. Say the chorus is the first thing that comes through. I do actually hear you're meant for big things. That does come through for a few people. But what does this mean in your? I don't. What is the context of her voice and healing it? So here's what they're saying: if you're trying to improve it, it will get better. That's the first thing that they're saying. And anything else? You're on the right track with it. Whatever's going on, whatever you're doing, stay the course with it because you're on the right track with it. If you have any more specifics about that situation, please like leave that in the comments. And I'm sorry I'm not like getting more on that. But as far as like the general advice on that, that's what I'm getting. You're on the right track. So if that helps, that helps. If you're seeking professional guidance, perfect. I would 100% do that. I think that's a great course of action. I wish I was getting more for this. Yeah, so if you have anything more specific on that, please feel free to leave it in the Q&A. And if I see it again, I'll expand more upon your question. So apologize I'm not getting more off the top of my head. You know, like I could. But hopefully that helped what I brought through there. Corvus Skull. I have a scar where my third eye is, and I feel like it blocked me for a long time from communicating. I feel like that's actually more in your head. I don't feel like it actually is, if that makes sense. If that helps to lift the perception of that block or the perceived block that arises from that. But the message is you're not blocked. If that helps, Corvus Skull. I hope that helps. Deja, yeah, you were right about that aha moment. I think you're getting further clarity on it too as this goes on. Is interesting what I'm hearing. Espen Wickstrom, good morning. Thanks for the help yesterday. You're welcome, Espen Wickstrom. I'm glad it was helpful. I'm really grateful to hear that. You're so welcome. It's Sizzy is going to Sebastopol the right next step. Weirdly enough, I'm hearing to hold it because it was like a yes/no, which is a more of an overall no. It's like there's some good things there, but there's like I would hold off on that for now. There's like I wouldn't go right away, is what I'm getting. Hope that helps. There's a better option too, potentially, if that's a move you're thinking about making. And it's not a bad idea, they want to reiterate. It's just like, it's not the best. So hopefully that helps. Cato Lady, hey, good to see you. Good morning, Brandon. So good to see you again. Good to see you too. Mini VDM 73. What is up with all these headaches, Dan? Yeah, you know what? I had a headache the other day too, and I don't know what was going on with that. Hopefully it's not from the live. That's not just well, God, source of all, please clean and clear any non-beneficial energies away from my space, from me. Hold space for this live in the highest best ways and ensure only energies that are of the highest light and for the highest greatest good may get in and be a part of it. Thank you. Hopefully, if it was the live or anything, hopefully that helps. But Vicky Nay, am I on the right path with this recent revelation? Yes, I get yes, totally. That was a good one. So I'm getting Jesse Lovato. What level of success will I have one day? So what I'm seeing right now is huge. I feel like there is a lot of money to be had, but it's like, yeah, you'll have to work, but it won't be as much work as you think. But that doesn't mean don't put in the work right now, because it's like, of course you can't. This is not to scare you. You'll be on that track, but you can change your future, of course. You take actions. I don't think you're going to stop just because someone said you're going to be successful. But oh, I have no idea. Cool. It's Izzy. I don't know if that's the best move in July, but sit with it and just go with your own gut. It is of course your life, and but that's what I was getting. So okay, chat reset. So I'm going to go to the Q&A here, guys, and see what I can get through. So okay, so I'm just going to take these as they show up. AstroCutie666. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Anything I need to hear today? Feeling stuck? Yeah, you won't be. Is the first thing I'm hearing. Also, they're saying like you've got this in the bag, so like it's like any for the highest good like clearing work, any like inner healing, any like projects. It's like you got a lot of things in the bag. I'm hearing. It's just like just because you feel stuck doesn't mean like you will continue to be for long. I think it's just like I think there's just like a few snags mentally that are like holding you back, is what I'm hearing. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense. Um, sorry, just saying a quick intention. So, anything else for you about feeling stuck? Honestly, if you haven't, I would try to get out of your head and move your body, whether that's yoga or some form of stretching, and just see if that kind of like jogs some things mentally. If that helps. Anything else? They're just saying you won't be stuck, which I don't know if that really helps, but at least it's like you won't be stuck. And also, you asked about a trip. There's something in there. Oh, now it's all. Oh yeah. How will your trip go? I feel like it'll go pretty well. It's like it's like yeah, it's good. Nothing bad is what I'm hearing. So I would definitely stay the course on that one and have fun for sure. Is what I'm getting. Anything else for you? Jurassic Park theme song. Anything else you need to hear today? Yeah, get out of your head. It's kind of the main message. Astro Cutie. Which that came through. Anything else that will help you? Don't beat yourself up. I don't know why I saw you like banging your head against a wall. Like it's not like you're literally doing that. I would hope. I don't think you are, but don't beat yourself up right now. I think it's like honestly, I would take some time to sit pretty, is what I'm hearing. Where it's just like it's like kind of like okay to let things like fall away, if that makes sense, and just have a moment to just like be and be like, all right. I would prepare yourself for change though too. I think like change is inbound in general. I think there's just some like change of scenery, change of well, of course, because you have a trip coming up, but I think it's a bit bigger than that too. Just like some bigger life changes ahead and like the months and well years probably yeah, but months and years to come is what they're saying. So just like prepare yourself to let go of certain old things that feel restrictive or just don't serve you is what I'm hearing. So that's another additional message for you. So thanks for the question. I hope that helped. Hope you're doing great. Hope the world's treating you well and bringing you good, cool things. I saw one that I wanted to answer. I'm in such an interesting mood, guys. DJ, I don't feel like you quite have his kid. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I answered. But you should definitely check. You should definitely check on that one. Oh, where are you? Oh, who's texting me? Oh, yeah, heck yeah. I'm so sorry. I don't have that number saved. Whoever just texted me, who was watching the live, but yes, I'm loving this viewer count. Who I'm grateful for all of you. Morris Strappa, good to see you. Haven't seen you. Hey, thanks for all the gifts. Monsala Kaufi. Hey, good morning, candles from my heart. How are you doing? Jesus loves you too, strawberries. Anyways, Morris Strappa. Hey, what are my spirit guides trying to tell me today? Ashley Dorsey, should I pursue writing above all else? Make it a part of what you do, but not all of what you do, because you have more to offer the world. Also, hey, so please be sure to put questions in Q&A, because it's very difficult to keep up with chat. Sometimes I'll bounce to chat if I see a really quick question I can answer. If it's like a yes/no question, or especially, oh, it's Mara. What's up, Mara? I'm answering your question right now, so you probably shouldn't be texting me, unless you can like watch and text at the same time. But thanks for letting me know. Cool. Anyways, Mara, hopefully you're back from texting me. What are your spirit guides trying to tell you? And Mara, let's see. You're on the right track, actually, Mara. Keep doing music for sure, but let that vision expand and encompass like other things you want to incorporate into your life. Because it's okay if you want to like do art too. And like I talk about Lee Harris, sometimes a lot. And it's not like I idolize him. It's just like they pop it into my head like, oh yeah, talk about this one thing from that one dude. But he does art, like he channels, he does art, he does music, like he kind of does it all on his website. Like he'll sell his art and stuff, and like that's kind of something I feel inspired to do as well, because like I used to play music like for years. But what they're saying is like keep doing music, but allow that vision to expand like artistically, because there's so much more to you than just like one facet of your life. Is what they're saying, and like you're really meant to help others, Mara, and like this. We talked on the phone like once, I think, for your personal reading, but you're really meant to help others, and like your work's actually gonna go deep. Like it's gonna hit people's souls, is what I hear. I don't remember if I already brought this through for you, but your work is going to go deep and help people, whether that's music or like any other thing you incorporate it. But creativity is huge, and like your third eye is opening and expanding, and your artwork is going to become more creative, and as well as your music, just because you're going to be using your intuition a bit more naturally, because he has intuition and intuitive faculties. We're going full channel mode slowly. Expand worldwide, people are more readily able to access their intuition for all of their endeavors, whether that is business or art or music. And the world will gradually become a more intuitive and sensory place where people are going based off of the energies and based off what their divine guidance or however that shows up for them, where they're more in tune with their surroundings, with the divine, with the world. And people are going to be more naturally gravitating towards what they are meant to do at this time. So those of you tuning in who are not Mara, do not stress too much about your path at this time, because a lot of faculties are coming online through these upcoming months ahead, especially with this full moon lunar eclipse, and a lot will be grounding in the months to come, the summer months, where you will be able to be redirected in the highest and best ways for you, and do what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so that was full channel mode. Hey, 215, new record, guys. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. So Mara, that's that, and there's also a lot of that came through for everyone. 222 people here, guys. That came through for everyone else. So that's what they're trying to say for you, Mara, today. Hope that. Hey, thank you, Jewison. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but thank you so much for the fire and the roses. Hi, Kathy, creator of creations. I'll see if make sure you put in your questions in the Q&A, guys, just so I can. Otherwise, they don't get saved here. But hopefully that helps, Mara. Strepa Music. I appreciate ya. Good to see ya here. Gold frequency. So pretty much I just do these as I'm called to. So I'll try to hit it in order. It doesn't always work that way, the way Q&A scrambles it. So I just trust my guides and trust the universe, where I'm just answering the right questions at the right time. And I'll try to get through as many as I can. And if I see a quick yes or no question in the chat, I'll try to answer that too. Gold frequency asks, what can I focus on more? Yourself is what they're saying. It's like take a little bit out of that external focus and turn it more towards you and your heart, and just like connecting with yourself more, because I think there's just like a few dots you need to connect within yourself before the external path really like sparks a light a bit more vibrantly and more like fervently, is the words I'm getting, which are interesting words for that message, but hopefully that makes sense for you. What else can you focus on more? I would try to uplift yourself and like really do what you can to bring yourself joy, and that's not at the expense of others, of course. It's just like putting yourself first to the point where you're getting what you need, so that you are more capable to turn your focus then outward and to help others in a more like well-rested and expanded capacity. Hopefully that makes sense for you, but that's what's coming in. Thank you so much for the gifts, Jesse Louise. I really appreciate it. Book recommendations, yeah, there's two, and quick disclaimer, just because I'm recommending something doesn't mean I agree with every single thing that's in the book, by the way, because of course I get my own, messages and channeling and intuitive stuff. But Being You, Changing the World is Now the Time by Dr. Dane Here has been a book that's helped me a lot, and there's a lot of cool consciousness or energy work tools in that book too. Another one is Energy Speaks by Lee Harris. I bring random books with me because I like their energies, and I actually have it with me. So Energy Speaks by Lee Harris is a good one. So can you guys hear me all right? Everyone in the chat, someone's saying I can't hear you, and I just want to make sure you can hear me. Turn your volume up. How do I turn my volume up for chats? Normally you can hear me just fine. You guys can hear me? Okay, you can hear me? Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Perfect. Okay, someone was telling the other person to turn their volume up. Okay, I get it now. So, any book recommendation? Yeah, Energy Speaks, Being a Change in the World. Of course, I have my own. If you're interested in channeling or expanding your gifts, spirit guides, angels, and speaking with source, this is in the link tree in my bio, second link down, and that's a good one if you're looking to channel, talk to your guides more, anything like that. And then one more, we're going all the way. Zebu, The Power of Angelic Symbology by W. Zylstra Olmsted. I don't know why I have all these books with me today, but this is actually like, there's a bunch of like, a lady channeled all these like symbols, and they're like angelic symbols, and they're actually just kind of helpful. Sometimes when I've had a tough time, I'll just open this book and sit with some of the symbols. Like, I'll just flip it open to what symbol I need to be like, okay, I need this one, and I'll just sit with the energies. So hopefully that helps. But those are some books I'd recommend. Hopefully that helps. Okay, I wish my mods were here today. How do I do this? That's not what I wanted. Sorry, I need to like ban someone. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, so Texas Jess, yes, I would love that. Thank you so much. I'm not sure where everyone else is. Thanks so much, Texas Jess, because that takes a lot of pressure off of me. Thanks, I appreciate you so much. Can you guys really not hear me? I'm like really confused by people. I've never had volume issues before. So, anyways, I don't know if you guys are messing with me. Oh, cats. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, Mia Jonker. Yeah, you're on the right track. It will improve for sure. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't you like trying to get your voice back or like healed, if that makes sense. Is your singing voice will improve? Yes. Again, you are on the right track. Professional help would help you, like came through earlier. Like even just a singing course, but you'll get there. And I think they said something about you're meant for great things. So definitely like do everything you can to improve, and even try recording, because recording is a great way to practice vocals and stuff. BD Wood asks, are we going to get pregnant again this year? I get no, but likely the next. Jenny C makes, all right, will I get pregnant again? Yeah, most likely, depending on what you want. Of course, you have a choice on that. So hopefully that helps you. Thanks, Deja, for helping. Super Dead Blood is the relationship I'm manifesting with D coming. Yes, but slowly. I'd be very patient with that one. But a very high probability of actualizing, as in that will actually, a high probability of that actually happening. Thanks, Card XV, for the rose. I don't know what's up with that, so I'm just gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the Q&A. I'm just gonna go to the ones that I can get to. Why is my audio really low? I'm curious why that's never happened before. Audrey Fox Music. Should I start my business or pursue music career? The first one, definitely, for sure. I would do the first one 100%. And pursue music career. Yeah, I would do that on the side, but I would actually focus more on the business, actually. But do both, honestly, is the answer. Do both, for sure. Is something really blocking my mic? All right. I've never had an issue with my phone blocking my mic, so my audio is fine. I don't know what's going on then. So let's see, who's next? Grayson Rose 517. Am I a healer or anything in that realm? Yeah, but I think that's a part of you have to kind of build up this lifetime and like practice. It's like, it's natural, it's there. I think you're still bringing that out. It's like, it's latent within you. It's just you're bringing that to be more prevalent in like in your energies and your ability to heal others, if that makes sense. And learning any type of modality would really behoove you on increasing your abilities in that realm, is what I'm getting. So that could be Reiki, that could be anything. that ability is there. It's latent. You just have to bring it forward more, is what I'm getting. And they're saying to do that, I work on yourself, is what I'm getting. So I hope that helps you out a bunch there. Next question. Let's get that one. Got that one. Hope you guys are having a great day. How's life been, guys? Liza E328 asks, have I met my twin flame soulmates? So here's what I get. Overall, no. You have met some soulmates. To me, I have to kind of define this because I know it can be a little bit different. Soulmates are pretty much beings you've incarnated with in previous lifetimes, like closely together, is my definition of a soulmate. So you've met a couple of soulmates by that definition. Have you met like you're the one? You haven't met a twin flame yet. I feel like you've actually come close, but it's just like it wasn't meant to be at that time. We actually like cross paths. I feel like that will come where you meet a twin flame. Will you meet your soulmate this lifetime? You will definitely meet the one, is what I'm hearing. Will it be twin flame? I think that it will be a soulmate connection, that year one connection is what I'm hearing. So just pay attention to that. Nothing wrong with a fling with a twin flame or a close relationship of any other kind, though, is what I'm hearing. So I hope that makes sense for you. Okay. Hope that helps you. Lauren Bonbon, is he the one or should I let go? I would let go, honestly. I would let go. There's better for you to come, and I think you both have some healing work to do at the moment. That's what I'm getting, something like that. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Thanks, Texas Jess and Deja, for moderating. I appreciate the heck out of both of you. They are volunteers, so everyone be very kind and appreciative to them. Tanya Sanas, well, am I going to find a job that will be good for me? Yes. It might take a couple like stepping stones or like jobs you don't like before you like it really turns up, but I would keep manifesting it, keep asking for it. And the universe has a way of guiding you down the path, especially if you're following your intuition, to that right place. But I would pretty much go with the flow, and like if you don't like a place, leave when you can. But through that search, it will naturally turn up pretty quickly. I would actually stay the course right now and just let life lead you to that. Just keep asking for it. But yes, you will find a job that will be good for you, for sure. More than likely. All right, next question. The Beauty Bruja asked, why do I keep seeing 5-5 everywhere and all the time? I'm getting change. A lot of the times 5s for me mean change. Of course, I always like to recommend, and what tends to come through is, from what I'm hearing, is what 5-5 means for you is change, as far as seeing that everywhere. Like change is upcoming, or change is occurring, or change is imminent of some kind. But the other thing to keep in mind is like you can hone in your own understandings with the universe where it's like, you know, for me, 444 would mean angels are here supporting me. Okay, cool. I'll see 444 when that's happening. For someone else, 444 might mean, oh, you need to come into balance or you're balancing out. And so when they're in those circumstances, they'll start seeing 444. So based on your understanding and what you have honed in with the universe, you'll get those signs based around that, if that makes sense. So that's what I would say for you. Shireen, will my son and I move out of South Africa? I get yes, eventually. I wouldn't jump right away. I would just make sure you're making the right move to the right position on the globe, is what they're saying, position in the world. So you'll get there. I would just definitely save up, definitely do what you have to do to make that happen, but don't rush it, is what I'm getting. Hey Kylie, how's it going? Candles from my heart. Will my home sell soon? Not right away, but yes. It's like, I do feel like it's coming where the right people show up and it's like, it's sold. I think it's sooner than you think. I don't know how soon you're even thinking, but it's like, it's not that far out, is what I'm getting. So yes. Shibunya, the Lion King theme. Susie Louise, am I currently connected to my twin flame in 5D? So I do have a different understanding than most of the like tarot readers out there, but I know what you're saying. So based on your current understanding of that, what you mean, yes is the answer. Always. Yes. Hope that answers that. Also, huge shout out to the moderators who volunteer to help these lives out. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm super thankful. And I also want to give a shout out to B Divine, who I don't think they're here. I think it's a she, but they're not here right now. But they helped out yesterday, so appreciate that. Alexandria is learning 222. Oh, I already answered this. Sorry, Alexandria. Already answered that, and we're still up. Spike. Annalisa asked, anything for me? Yes. In general, I would actually stay the course in your life right now. I think things are like playing out around you where like you don't have to do much. It's just like everything around you is changing. So it's like you take a step forward, everything's different. You take another step forward, everything's different. It's like the path is like more or less the same, but the circumstances around the path just keep shifting. It's weird. It's like you're in a different energy each month or week is what I'm hearing. So interesting. That's what I'm hearing. Anything else for you? I would definitely like be yourself. Oh, candle. What is that? Thanks for the luxury candle. I've never seen that before. That was big and glowy. So anyways, thanks for the roses, Moon Goddess. Anything else for Annalisa? Be yourself, which is always a theme when I'm channeling for people. Not always, but when it comes through, it definitely resonates. Be yourself, and I would actually dig deep and actually really uncover who you are right now, and just like the more you can unpack what it is you're here to be, who it is you're here to be, and like what it is you're here to do, I think the easier like your life ahead will be, because you have so much more clarity on like who you are and what you want, and like of course let that evolve as like time goes on. But that's what I'm hearing for you at this time, Annalisa. I hope that helps. Thanks for the fire, Jesse Louise and Triplet Mom. I really appreciate you. Hannah Wigginton, am I on the right career path for now? Yeah, for sure. I would let it grow, evolve, and expand. There might be a couple points where it's like you're going a direction and you just kind of get like, in a good way, like jolted in a slightly different like direction or like redirect, but it's more or less you're on the right path is what I'm hearing. So I would keep going with that. And of course, if you like really feel like you're not, trust yourself, but I don't necessarily feel like you do. Jewison asked, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Is my third eye open? Yes. Appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Is my third eye open? Yes. I think there's more I feel like there's more to go. Was when I first saw this question, that's what I was getting. Is like, yes, but there's more to go, and there's more to like realize about what intuition is. It's like where it almost is like it doesn't matter because you're already always intuitive is the message, which is interesting. That's what I'm hearing for you. That's what I'm hearing for you. Here's the first thing I heard. Thanks, Stupif asked, is there a reason I met Sasha that was awful? And the first thing I heard was like, yes, so you know what you don't want. It's okay if like you meet people on the path that you like doesn't go well. It's just like that's just teaching you like I don't want that, and you'll see the signs eventually with people in the future where like yeah, that's a little too similar to my last person. I'm gonna turn my air conditioning on because it's getting warm. So I wouldn't worry too much about it with the Sasha thing. I think there's better ahead for sure. Just like make sure people are treating you right in general, and I wouldn't get too caught up in people who don't treat you well, and just like try to set boundaries early, if that makes sense. Next question. All right, who's next? Let's see. Triplet Mama 3-in-1 asked, is my soon-to-be husband's mom around? I'm hearing she is and she isn't. It's like she pops in and out, if that makes sense. Like she'll check up and then she'll just kind of be like, well, they're good, or okay. It's like just enough to make sure everything's okay. But they, of course, like the message they always, when passed on loved ones, relay messages is always like everything's good on the other side, like doing well on the other side. Like don't worry, everything's fine. You two enjoy your lives. It's like everyone's partying on the other side is the message that I'm getting. But what I'm getting is like she's not worried about you both really. Right now, it's like if she needs to step up, she will. That's what I'm getting. But she'll like check in and leave you a sign here and there, like a familiar song she used to love, or a symbol that was in her life frequently that kind of represents her to you both. Is what I'm hearing. If that makes sense, Triplet Mama. Next question. Should I move to Japan or stay in America? I'm actually getting Japan is a good option, but there's nothing wrong with either option. I think Japan is more adventurous and you'll learn more, have a bit more growth over there than you would just staying in the States, if that makes sense. And I feel like you'll like it there as well. And it's not like you're stuck there if you move to Japan, so I would definitely go to Japan, if that makes sense. All right, let's see the next question here. Maya 111 asks, will Keen and I be together? Is this a soulmate? Not a soulmate. Will Keen and you be together? I get yes, high probability. Of course, things can still play out, and you can also choose not to. But what they're saying is it doesn't matter if it's a soulmate right now. It's like go for it if you want to. Like potentially there will be better ahead, or if you want that soulmate or twin flame experience, you can always manifest that and ask for that, and that will show up for you. But I would just enjoy your time with them at this time. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I get. Excuse me, baby. How are you doing? Why do I keep seeing a phoenix rising from the ashes? Very symbolic. It's almost like for the world, is like the world is kind of like a phoenix rising from the actions. Yes, actions, but also the ashes. But I actually feel like that's for you internally as well, if that makes sense. It's just like there's like a rebirth imminent or like incoming. Potentially it hasn't happened yet, but it's like it's like this energy of like you're not done yet, and like there's so much more life to live, and like I feel like if there's anything you're really fed up with, you might be cutting it out of your life soon. That's what I'm getting for you, Stevie baby. I hope that makes sense and resonates. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm happy to see you all here today and alive and surviving it. And I guess if I could give you a general piece of information, if you want to manifest something and you want to thrive, you can just go to the universe right now and just say, universe, what will it take for me to thrive? So, I don't know, I just wanted to say that. Sarah, I don't know if I already answered a question for you, but anyway. Hydration reminder, thanks Texas Jess, I appreciate you. Drama Llama. That's a funny username, I like it. How can you truly forgive someone who has passed? That takes a lot of inner healing, is what I'm hearing. It might vary from circumstance to circumstance, but in general, inner healing work and realizing like wherever they were at where they didn't treat you well, if it's for someone because they died, well, that's just going to take a bit of like potentially trauma healing or clearing if there's any of that going on. But if it's something they did to you while they were alive, a lot of it's realizing they most likely were doing the best they could with what they had, and if they weren't, it's like if they knew to do something better or could have done something better and realized that was the better action, they probably would have. Most people are just doing the best they can with what they have, the tools they have, and if they haven't worked on themselves, it's likely they didn't, unfortunately, have the capacity to be in a good place within themselves to be able to treat others the way they would like to be treated. That makes sense. Sorry, so that's not for Sarah. That was for someone. That was for Drama Llama, I think. As far as for giving someone that passed for you the specific advice, Drama Llama, they want to say something like, don't beat yourself up. I don't know if that's related to that situation, but that's a message for you. And if you haven't forgiven, you will forgive, or whoever that question is referencing. Well, like a lot of it's realizing it's not anyone's fault, is what I'm hearing. Excuse me. Sarah asks, could I become a writer or photographer, or both? Definitely both, but they're pointing me towards photographer more emphatically than writer, but both is an option, but definitely photography is what I'm hearing. Oh, did we freeze? No, I just missed the Q&A button when I tried to tap it. Okay. La Trash 85 asks, any general message that I need to hear right now? I am Molly 333. I would stay at your job is what I'm getting. Any general message that I need to hear right now? La Trash 85. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I actually feel like you are on the right track as well. That's coming through. A lot of people have been in a lot of the general readings that like a lot of people have been on the right track for the most part. Not everyone, but most of the people. For you, you're on the right track. If you haven't thought about doing energy work, or if that's ever, you're welcome, I am Molly 333. If you've ever thought about doing energy work, I think that would be a boon to your life, and potentially your career as well. Man, inner work is just such a theme today. I swear that's not the theme of every reading I do typically, but I think inner work is important right now in general. That must be slightly collective right now, but I feel like you're gonna naturally find things are falling away. That's like an internal process for you, where it's just like one day you were like struggling with something, and the next you're like, oh, I'm okay. But what's this other feeling? And it's just kind of like a natural progression of like, it's almost like the visual I get is like you're climbing like a rock wall, but it's not like in a gym. It's like rocks, and like you're climbing, and it's like you don't even realize you're climbing, but it's like this internal climb to happiness, and like you don't realize you're doing it. It's just like things are just kind of shedding, and like shadows kind of pop up, and you're like, why is that there? And then like that's gone a week from then, and you're like, well, what's this other thing? But it's like you're actually kind of purging the crap that's in the way of like true fulfillment and happiness is what I'm hearing. So I hope that makes any sense to you, La Trash. And anything else in specific for you that would be for your highest good? It also takes something like don't forget any of your past, because it's helping you to move forward in like a better way in the future, where you don't make choices you regret, is what I'm hearing. So any past lessons, definitely keep them in mind as like similar circumstances present themselves, is what I'm hearing. I hope that helps. La Trash. Coffee. Alright, thanks for the follow, Circes. Alright. Jody Mooney. Whoop, I said your name, so I'm going to answer it. Feeling down. Could I have a love reading from Jody Mooney? You're going to find true love is the first thing they're saying. And that's not usually the first thing they say right off the bat for people. So coffee. It's coffee for me today. Candles from my heart. I love coffee. I used to... Sorry, I'll answer Jody Mooney, and then I'll talk about coffee for a second. So Jody Mooney, yeah, true love. You will find true love. I think like you have such a beautiful soul, is what they're saying, and like don't let the way the world has treated you like keep you from knowing like they're saying like how gorgeous you are on the inside, like how beautiful you can be, how like much of a light you are to so many is what they're saying. As far as love, like they're just saying like shine bright, because it's like the more you shine, the more you radiate like that compassionate side, that like that truth, speaking your truth, the more like you're just going to be attracting that, first of all, abundance, but like an abundance of luck, but also because I feel like you're going to be speaking like universal truths potentially as you do that. I hope this is resonating and making sense. But two, like they're saying love finds you when you least expect it, and that comes through for some people. Or I feel like people say that all the time, but that's what my guides are saying. That's what the universe is saying, so to speak. So that's what is coming through. Anything else? I would actually get out and play more too if you can. Like whatever fills you with joy, and play can mean so many things. That could be playing, throwing frisbee with a friend, and it could be whatever you consider play in a healthy way. I would do that. Like it's okay to play around, meet new people, have fun, but I think you're on the right track in a lot of ways. But like, man, why is internal healing coming up? If there's any internal healing you need to do, like just kind of like heart chakra, heart area, I would do that. I think it's worth looking into, and you're worth the healing and the effort it takes to get to a better place. So I hope that makes sense and helps journey Mooney. I know that was a bit more than a love reading. What is everything about love spells? I don't know. Darby Duda, Starseed, where am I from? I hear Pleiades, but there's multiple. I think if you're like an alien, you can incarnate in multiple star systems, is what I'm hearing. So Pleiadian was the first one that jumped out, though. Okay, Cassie G. Will I have a family of my own soon? My body pendulum's going no. Oh, I forgot to talk about the coffee. Someone's like, Jody Mooney. Thank you. What? That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Message received, and it was great confirmation. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad that helped, Jody. Oh, thanks, Little Moon 333 for the hearts. Quesadilla asked, oh, I love that. Hey, is transport business going to succeed? I get yes, but be patient. Be patient as you build that. Cassie G asked, will I have a family of my own soon? I was getting no, but like, patience again. But also stay the course is another message for you. Stay the course just kind of like comes up when it's like, you're on the right track. Keep going. Like, it'll be okay. Like, you got this. It will come though. Not right away, but it will come. Like don't rush it and be with the wrong person is what I want to say. That's what I'm saying. What I'm getting. So I hope that helps, Cassie G. Of course you could like try. I don't know, but that's just what I'm getting at this time. So next question. Oh yeah. So someone asking. So coffee. I love coffee. And I don't know. Some different people in the spiritual community. Not that it's all just like one big blanket community, because. Probably not. I just don't think it is. But you're welcome, Cassie G. You're so welcome. I hope that helped. Yeah, I don't know. I love coffee. I always have. I used to be super, before I was like really into this stuff, I used to be super into energy drinks, and I had a bad caffeine addiction. And so I've brought it down to like one coffee a day or two. And so that's good. I love coffee. I do love tea too, but it's like organic, it's good. And my body, I pay attention to what my body says, and if it's like no more coffee, I'll just stop drinking coffee for a day. So it's shifting. I love coffee, but caffeine gives me anxiety. Oh, I hear that. Thankfully, it doesn't hit me too hard unless I have too much of it. All right, so didn't mean to lose a bunch of people talking about coffee, but okay, 444 party. Are they pleased with my spell jars? They're like yes and no. They're not unpleased was the answer that I first heard, and they're like yes and no. It's like what they're saying is like it's another way to do the things you already know how to do, but there's nothing wrong with what you're doing is what they're saying. So like but they're also saying keep at it, it's great. So it's like, I guess the question is like, what works best for you, and like, are you happy with it, and like, are you seeing the results, and like, perfect. It's perfect if that's what it is. It's like, it's how you connect, and it's what's right for you. So, but they're also saying they love everything about you, 444 party. So, and they're saying you can do no wrong with the spell jars for further clarification. So, I hope that helps. I would keep at it. And they're like, do what you know best. I don't know what that's about, but that's what they're saying. Next question. Hope that helps. Gimme 814 asks, did my brother know what he was doing before passing? I get no. Not really. Not with much clarity. I don't know what happened or what that was about, but that's what I'm getting for that. I hope that helps you. Little Moon 333, please, will my decision lead to financial betterment? Yes, especially in the long run, is what I'm hearing for Little Moon 333. I hope that helps. I feel like you're on the right track in general, just to add on to that message. I hope that helps you. Good to see you here, by the way. I know that's a really quick answer, but I feel like there's a lot to get to. Okay, so that's why I was getting no that you weren't pregnant. Like, because I was getting you weren't pregnant. I was just like, Deja asks, my bad, it isn't literal human kids, is it cats? They're like, yes, that's closer to the truth. I hope that, I think that's a thing. So I would get that checked though. Double check that, because pregnancy questions are, hopefully that makes sense. Nitin Kai, should you post your question just once? Yeah, I'll try to get to as many as I can. When you post it multiple times in the Q&A, it really clogs things up. You're so welcome, Little Moon 333. Awesome, you're welcome. Huge Bedonkers asks, when should I come out to everyone back home? I would give it time, actually. I actually wouldn't do it right now or right away. Give it space and time, and it's like... But also don't let it keep you from any relationships, is what I'm hearing. And no worries, guys, if you, like... and no worries if you guys, like... yeah, no, I'm really, like, not trying to, like, beat you guys up for posting multiple times in the Q&A, because I get it. Like, you have a question, I'm not seeing it, and you post multiple... It's totally cool. So don't... no worries. I should probably try to communicate that more often, too, in the lives. But I love you guys, and I appreciate you being here, and no hard feelings if you posted multiple times in the Q&A. If you have multiple questions, you can post that, but... Here we go. Smith Lottie asks, is this a spiritual awakening, or am I going crazy? You are not going crazy. Good news. Yes, it's a spiritual awakening. So that's the quick of it. Just make sure you're grounding, and that's like black tourmaline's a good crystal, smoky quartz is a good crystal, and just like getting your bare feet on the earth. And just a quick thing, if you don't know what grounding is, I'd look it up a bit. And just as general advice, the best grounding practice is the one that works for you, because if you ask anyone anything, they'll each give you a million different responses. So the best thing to do is what works for you. So I sent a luxury candle. Hope you figure out what it is. Thank you. I'll Google it after this if I don't see it. But it's I know it's like a gift or something, and I appreciate it a lot. We got that one. Oh, I answered this. Hope my answer helped, TP Baby, if you are here. Oh, I don't want to turn Q&A off. That would be... Oh my god. But can I help the Q&A? I am Molly 333. Is Mom going to put my stepdad in a home? Not right away. Eventually that might come about, but I feel like there's some time that needs to pass before that happens. Alright, just to make sure. We got that one. I'm going to try and clean up the Q&A real quickly, guys, so thanks for bearing with me. Amberbrook93 asked, are me and my husband going to last? I actually get yes for a long while. I would try to go with no expectations, though, is what I'm hearing too. I think, but they're saying it will last, especially if you're putting effort in, because I feel like he will match your effort, is what I'm getting. I hope that helps. Vivian's 049, is there a reason why you're not reading my question? So I'm not trying to skip your questions, guys. The Q&A, first of all, there's a ton, because we had like 200 people, and it was just like, and then like I think a bunch of them left, and so now I just have like a Q&A full of questions. So there's like a lot of questions in here. So I'm not trying to skip any, guys. Was this you, Nitin Kai? Was this you who asked? So I don't know. So, any advice for Nitin Kai? You are also getting Stay the Course, which is a good thing. I would actually try to get more spiritual. I would try to like delve a little deeper into any practices you have, like meditation, crystals, like reading up, even if it's reading a book on like witchcraft or whatever you're called to or drawn to. I think it's like the more magic, the better, is pretty much what I want to say. So the more you can get into manifesting and like dreaming up what you want, and like and here's actually what I'm hearing is like getting to a point where you're living life more on your own terms, and of course that can take some adjustment, that can take some time to get your life to that point, where you work with the universe to get to that place, if that makes sense. But I would try it. I think it's worth the endeavor, is what I'm hearing. Nitin Kai. But the more spiritual the better, is what I'm hearing. So I like pull tarot cards, do like just go the whole 9 yards and just see where it leads you and how you feel and what resonates, because I think that's going to take you pretty far actually and help you awaken further aspects of yourself that will help you down the line. So I hope that helps, Nitin Kai. I just feel like you're on the right path, is what I want to say. Oh my gosh. What will be my next move spiritually? Here's what I heard. Going very deep within and pulling out some newfound freedoms is what I heard, but it's like internal freedoms where like free of expectations, free of judgment and opinion, are more free from those things, not as like influenced by like those things, those factors. But a lot of it's connecting more with your internal world, is what I'm hearing. Hope that makes sense for you. Appreciate you and the question. Random question. Big Red Mama Deuce asked, do you see me in a new home anytime soon? I actually get yes for you. I do get yes. Be patient in the meantime, and like just make sure you're ready to shell out the money. But it is a big possibility, is what I'm hearing. So I hope that helps. And also don't rush the process if you can avoid it. Okay, Q&A. Layover Lesbian asked, sorry, would love to know if I'm on the right path. Oh my gosh. Mostly is the answer. Mostly. I think there's a few things you need to clean up, and that's potentially like any, if you have, I'm not trying to call you out, but if you have any bad habits, I don't know if you do drugs, but if you do, I'd clean up any drug use or just like substance use, and just get it to I don't know if you're doing that, but if you are, just like make sure the addictions are at a minimum. If you feel like you have any addictions, I don't feel like you're a very addictive person, so I don't know why that's even like popping up, but just make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people too, I guess. I don't know if, yeah, just take that as it resonates. I don't know if like that's exactly what you've been doing or if that even resonates, but that's what I'm hearing. But you will get on the right path. I think it's just like life has a way of kind of like resetting things, where it's like if you go, I don't feel like you're going to go that far down the wrong way, but life has a way of like kind of bringing you back, turning you to the right path, even if you go down the wrong one temporarily. Just don't fight the universe and the way things are flowing right now, and you're just gonna be like swept right onto the right path is what I want to hear. I hope that helps, Layover Lesbian. Are you guys saying anything? So the first thing I see is you with like a checkerboard, and that doesn't really come with a message, so let me delve into that. I would be strategic right now, honestly, and like think over your next steps. I'm hearing stumbling blocks are being removed in your life, so like if you feel like you've been stumbling and bumbling, you like won't be in the near future because you just have a lot of spiritual support on your side going forward. Just so what does that even mean? Sorry, they're showing me some weird visuals. I just want to make sure I'm bringing through the right information here. If you feel like you need to clean up your act a little bit, I would. I don't know what that's about. I'm not trying to call you guys out. I don't know why this is all jumping out now. But I would, if you need to clean up your act in any way, I would. I think just like, and be prepared. I think there are new opportunities coming like down the pipe. So just it's almost like, if I'm going to use a baseball analogy, it's like if you want to like hit a pitch, it helps to be ready to swing the bat and like be in your stance and have the bat ready and just know that the ball is coming. So just keep your head on a swivel for like incoming opportunities and being prepared for them, if that makes sense for you. I hope that helps, Anasia. I hope you're having a good day. Iggy Bree, does my person want something committed with me? So the overall body pendulum went no, yes. So the overall answer is yes, but I feel like there's some hesitation. They're kind of like on the fence. So what would be the best course of action for you? I would actually do what you can to pull them off the fence towards you if you don't feel like they're leaning towards you. And how would you go about that? I guess like what they're saying is be really kind. They're saying something about don't be too disheveled, don't be, I don't know what that's about, but kindness is key right now with that situation. Like definitely don't be brutal or anything. Not that you are, but I feel like they need someone gentle is what I'm hearing. So that's something that they're saying really, really quickly here. I feel like he's gonna lean there. I don't know if it's a he, but they're gonna lean towards you more. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I hear. Hope that helps you. Bahini asked, Bahenley? I live in Utah. When should I buy a home? I'm getting sooner rather than later, but don't rush. Don't rush by. It's just like make sure it's the right fit and it suits your needs. And like I would wait till after Mercury in retrograde, which is starting up soon. So at least give it a month or two before you buy a home. Potentially a year even. It is a good idea. Just like don't rush is what I want to say. Hope that helps. Yeah. Excuse me. Gammy 814. Did my brother understand he was changing as well? Overall, I get no. It's like it was fuzzy. He was there, but like I don't feel like it fully registered. Is what I'm hearing. I don't know what happened, but that's what I'm getting. He was aware, but not there. Does that make any sense? Kai, did I not? I don't know if you were the one who asked earlier. Starseed from where or any guidance? I am hearing Pleiadian though. I don't know if that was you who asked or someone else, but I think Pleiades is strong with you. Any others? I feel like that's the main force if you're going the Starseed routes. Any guidance? I would say the more you can connect with the divine, the better. And like working with angels is also a good idea for you. I think I do feel like you have channeling faculties coming online in the nearest future, but be very patient with that as well. I think that can ramp up quickly if that's the direction you want to go. That's just what I'm hearing for you. I hope that helps. Celeste Shifting asked, am I ever going to experience reality shifting? Yes. I actually feel like you kind of are currently, in a way, but it's slow. That's what I'm hearing. Anyways. Texas Jess, Brandon, are you posting this on your YouTube? Yes, I'm posting this on my YouTube. I do post the replays on my YouTube, typically the day or two after. They want to say one day after, so tomorrow probably. I download the replay and just post it on YouTube. And of course, it's difficult to put timestamps because I'm answering like questions sometimes very rapidly, so it would take me forever to do that. But you can use the what is it called? The transcript. If you hit the CC button, if you're rewatching it and kind of search through the transcript, which usually the transcript's available 24 hours after the upload. So that's what I'm getting there. So by the way, guys, it's very difficult for me to do this in order because Q&A doesn't like give them to me in order. So I just go to what I'm called to and try to get through as many as I can. Cater's Mama 1231 asks, will I have any more babies? The answer is like, if you want. That's the answer I'm getting. But my body pendulum is swinging to yes overall. So it's like, if you want more babies, you can have more babies. There's not like a set in stone, like, you are meant to have 25 children, which is a really ridiculous number, but that's the ridiculous example they were kind of feeding me. It's like if you want a kid, have a kid. It's like, it'll play out how it's meant to. I don't know why sometimes they give me very, very direct feedback on these types of questions, and sometimes they're just like, you know what? Go with the flow, Carter's Mama. But if you want them, it's a high probability. That's what I'm saying. What I'm getting. Princess Marty 40. Hey, anything for me? Are my grandparents around? Yeah, they're around. I think they help you out a lot, and like, I don't know why I see them doing chores like vacuuming, but they help when they need to. Is what I'm hearing. Moon Goddess, thanks for the roses. Okay. Here we go. User Carey asked, is my dad now my guardian angel? One of many is what I'm hearing. He's around, he's helping. Yeah. Sorry, I was having a quick conversation with my guys about the concept of guardian angels. Sorry. Yes, he's around, he's helping. But you do have, angelic forces in general around and helping as well. If you pray, I would keep praying. I feel like that has a powerful impact on your life, whether you see it immediately or not. It's like another form of manifestation almost, so that's what I'm hearing. Froggaface. Will the guy I'm talking to want commitment? I get yes. But you have to be patient. Froggaface. I love that username. Anyways. You're great. Hi. Do spirit guides have anything for me? You're great asks. And the answer is yes. You're another stay the courser kind of person. Stay the course. In a lot of ways you're on the right track. I would take time to just be, though, in general. I think that would help you out. Like, just sit, drink your coffee. That is a great example of how to just be, which I can't really do all that much in this life because I have a lot of Q&As to get to, but questions to answer. But be patient right now, too. I would say patience is a bit of a key theme for a lot of people right now, like everybody in a few areas, but for you, yes. I actually feel like if you're not seeing anyone, love is inbound, or like a greater capacity to love is imminent, which is an interesting message. I feel like there's a lot of like heart chakra expansion coming, and I feel like your intuitive faculties are going to be blown wide open in the nearest future. Like, I don't know if there's an event you're going to that's more spiritually based, but I feel like it's time for that to come online for you. It can still help you out in the future, even if you don't know like how, if your brain doesn't know how to do the thing with the intuition, your body will know, and you'll know in the right times where you need it, if that makes sense. And like, if you want to ramp up those faculties, you can do that a lot this lifetime and be very accepted for it and like abundant because of it, is what I'm hearing. So that's what I'm getting for you. You're great. I hope that makes a sense for you. Majestic AF, Starseed, what system do I come from? Did you ask this before? Does Andromeda resonate? There is multiple for you, because your soul can incarnate in multiple. Okay, we're going full channel mode, just so you know. Your soul can incarnate in multiple locations at once. Just remember that at the essence, at the core, you are all from Source, is what we want to say. No matter whether you identify or feel starseed strongly, a lot of starseed lineage is simply a place your soul has incarnated before, or is very familiar with, or carries the energetic essence of that location, if that makes sense. So you can absolutely have multiple starseeds in your lineage and have multiple starseed families helping you per your understanding of the starseed systems of spirituality, if that makes sense. Now, we will say your understandings can vary person to person of starseeds and how this all works, but we would urge you to trust yourselves and your own understandings and let the universe bring you into the truth of how these things work optimally for each one of you. For it is okay to have differing opinions from time to time, but in general, the universe will be bringing each of you into your own perfect truths for you throughout your lifetimes and how best to operate with as a starseed, with identifying as a starseed, and how to bring that into your world spiritually and on the physical plane as well. That is the message, but we want to let you know that each of your unique vibrations will have a beneficial impact on the universe the more you step into who you truly are, whether that is identifying as a starseed or an angel or not. And there is a lot of validity and truth to these identifications. We are not trying to say you are not this thing or you are this thing. What we are simply trying to say is remember at your core and at your essence you are one with all. You are Source and Source is you, and there is nothing wrong with whatever wing of Source you hail from, if that makes sense, whatever aspect of the divine you identify with. That is what we want to leave you with today, and we are wishing you the best understandings of what a starseed is, what is best and true for you, and what the divine is going forward. Amen. Okay, so hope that answered things for people. Hydrate. Thanks, Deja. Da, da, da. Class of Shay. Will my business survive? Yes, but I would definitely fight tooth and nail if you have to. Actually, it might survive pretty easily, but yes, do what you have to do. It might be a bit of a struggle, but I feel like there's a breakthrough coming where it's like, oh, that's how I do that, and then like money kind of comes flowing in a bit more. That's what I'm getting. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense. Thanks for the fire, Moon Goddess Reiki. I appreciate you. Do I know you? Did I talk to you on the phone, Moon Goddess Reiki, or is that someone else? Never mind. Sorry. Okay, back to the Q&A. Does anyone like Jurassic Park? Because the Jurassic Park theme is playing in my head. My guys are saying it's just a joke for me, so never mind. Did I answer this? Jesse Louise, am I a healer? Hey, thanks for the roses. Why? She might get a 7-7? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Excuse me. Am I a healer? Yes. Will I have a career doing that? Eventually. I think there's some things where you have to come into your power around healing work and like realizing you can do it potentially. But yes, stay the course on that and just keep learning as much as you can. And the more experience you gather, the better, within reason. Like, I wouldn't stay up all night trying to do distance sessions for the world or anything, but like day in, day out, learn, study, grow. Because that is how you step into your power as a healer, is what I'm getting. That's for you. That's a part of the key that turns the lock. That's like, oh yes, I can do this. And for example, like my guys are like, don't make it extreme. So, and they want me to be gentle with how I say this. So I'm going to ask for the highest and best ways for me to say this. So I've spent a lot of time each day, like doing what I love doing, whether it was just like making crystal grids or working with energy or talking to my guides or channeling in a notebook or putting myself in circumstances where I was like channeling for other people and pulling cards. So as much as you feel called to within reason and as fits in your schedule, you don't have to go like as hardcore as like I know I can be with things or as other people, but in the way that's right for you, just make sure you're dedicating time each day to what you love with that. That's what I'm hearing. I hope that helps. Mini VDM 73. Should I build up my Reiki ability to make money? Yes, I'm also hearing there's more to come in that arena where it's like you branch out to more than just Reiki. I think that's both in healing work and services you offer. That's what I'm getting. Super. Okay, let's see what else is here in the questions here. Kenzie in the Sky asked, is S my true soulmates? He's one of them, or they, sorry, I don't know if it's a he. They are one of them is what I'm hearing. A big one. There are multiple, and I don't know how old you are, but it's potential like that there's multiple soulmates you fall in love with this lifetime, or have. But yes, S is one of them, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you haven't even started do anything with it. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's just like, don't get stuck on just Reiki, I guess, is like the message. Mini VDM 73. It's like there's more to come on that front for you. Jessica Bartley 7. Why do I always see 111 a lot? Am I able to connect on the other side? 111 a lot. 1111 for me is typically make a wish. They're also saying it's like an activation code. Some people will tell you that, but I would definitely just like manifest something when you see 111. Or just make a wish, ask for something. Use it as a manifestation opportunity or tool. Are you able to connect with the other side? That's a possibility that will come. I feel like everyone has the capability. But if you want it, I would definitely work for it or towards it, if that makes sense. And then the question is probably going to be how. I would actually take a course. If you're interested in mediumship, I would do that. If you like channeling, do like a channeling course. Like there's a dude named Lee Harris, no affiliation, but he has a course called How to Channel and Why. It's like $32. It's like it's not a super long course, but it has a lot of good information to help you get started. So that's what I'm hearing for you. Let's see. Next question. I'm gonna take a quick coffee drink here. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I'm grateful you guys are here. I love doing this and getting to channel for you guys. So thanks for coming out. If it were a rock show, I'd be like, how are you all doing tonight? Oh, Denver's the best. Denver was not my favorite city, but I don't know why I wanted to say Denver's the best. Probably because someone was saying Denver here earlier. Lils asked, sup bro, have a good day. You too, Randy. I love you too. Love you too, guys. Thanks, Deja. Lily asked, how do my spirit guides want to communicate with me? They're like, in all the ways. So that's symbols, it's signs and synchronicities. That's directly once you open those faculties more avidly, more expressively, more readily, I guess is what they're saying. So any way you're open to it and any way you want it, they're ready to communicate with you. Just like ask. And if you want to start getting direct messages, I would set that intention. How do you do that? I'm actually going to read, they want me to read the intention from the book. I have a book here. It's called Spirit Guides. I'm not trying to like overly promote myself. They literally guided me to do this. Spirit Guides, Angels, and Speaking with Source. And it's literally about talking to your guides. So if you want an intention to channel or talk to your guides, oh my gosh, I need to find the spots here. Okay, here we go. So if you want an intention that to just talk to your guides, and it's longer, but just take the essence of this. Universe, source, divine, I know you hear me, and I ask sincerely too, in the highest and best ways. Begin channeling to hear from my guides and our highest self, to begin communicating with the divine, the infinite, in the highest and best ways for me to do so. Whatever that looks like, whatever would be highest and best for me. I ask only to communicate with and channel what is of the highest light and what is for my and the highest greatest good, channeling through what's in the highest greatest good for whoever I am channeling for, receiving the highest and best accurate information about what I'm channeling, downloading, or receiving information about. And I ask to work with and develop these gifts you are bestowing upon me, and or which I already had access to latently, in the highest and best ways. All of this and or better for thee and my highest greatest good in the highest and best ways. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's a lot longer than I remember. Like, of course, this is channeled, so I don't always remember what I channel, but that's a lot longer than I remember it being. But that's pretty much the intention is I just communicate with my guides in the highest and best ways. I only communicate with what's of the highest light, and for my end, the highest greatest good for me to communicate with, and I open to the highest and best ways to hear from you, spirit guides, angels of the highest light, God, universe. Thank you. So that's what I. Does that make sense, Lils? I know I didn't realize how long that was going to be when they said read the intention from the book. So, yeah. So, hey, time frame on manifestation coming. What's your username there? Super Dead Blood. I get soon, actually. Keep in mind the time is stretchy, is what the way they're feeding it to me. But like, I don't know how big the manifestation is, but like, I would give it at least a few months. And if it doesn't show up, ask again. That's what I'm hearing. So if it's like a huge manifestation, I don't know. That's what I heard. So hopefully that has. Should Micah 77.7? I love this question because it came up before. Are grab-avoid numbers real? Here's what I get. I get no, but with intention, you can make them real, or you can make them work to fuel your intentions, if that makes sense. Because it's like, is it really that much different from I'm asking the universe for abundance on a piece of paper, as writing the grab-avoid number down? It's about the intention. Sometimes the physical, unless you're really guided to do a certain thing for a specific manifestation, the physical ritual or act you use to put the intention into motion doesn't matter so much as the intention itself. And you can almost really distill it down to like, you almost don't even need to ask. It's like you intend and it happens. That's not for everybody right away, by the way. That's just like what I've got and how I've like distilled manifestation down. But essentially it's like you can make them real for you and your reality. There's definitely a certain energy to them that you can definitely take it and run with it and like make it your own and use it how you feel called. I hope that answers the question. So, because I really feel like that kind of ventures into the more meta, and they don't want me to say it because it might confuse a lot of people here. Oh, thanks for the disco ball. So I'm not gonna venture too much further into that thing right now. Elaine Pitts 310. Do I have any serious? Do you have a serious admirer? I feel like you have a couple actually. Elaine Pitts is what I'm hearing. A couple more serious admirers. All right. Anyways. I love this. Oh, awesome. Thanks for the hearts, hey. I really appreciate that. I didn't quite catch the username. Candles from my heart. Am I empathic? Yeah, I would say you are actually potentially very empathic. It's just like there's stuff yet to be uncovered regarding that aspect of you where it's like, oh, I didn't realize that's what that was, if that makes sense. But yes. Okay, Q&A. Spiritual Weirder 44. What is it my guides are trying to say? Many things is what they say. One thing they're saying, first of all, is don't worry too much about the outcomes. I do get that there are blessings on the way, so I just pay attention and keep a lookout for that. They want to say the signs are all around you. This is a very common thing to be said, but that's what they're saying. Is like just really pay attention to like everything can be a sign. Everything is a sign to a degree. It's like, so even if it's just like the color blue keeps popping up everywhere, if it's really catching your eye over and over and over and over again, and it's like you just feel very like there's just like a certain feeling to it, and like once you're used to getting signs and seeing them, there's like a particular like undercurrent of energy when you see the sign where you're like, that's a sign. Just pay attention to what keeps showing up over and over again, because it's like I actually feel like the universe is getting your attention, but what are they specifically trying to tell you right now? They want to say you're a cool cat, by the way. Spiritual Weirdo 44. I don't know why that's coming through. You're a cool cat. I would definitely stay the course right now for the most part. Anything specific? I would definitely not like, I don't think kowtow is the right word, but like acquiesce to like others' opinions. too much or others like viewpoints on spirituality, I would like stand in your strength and be like I really have this, if you really feel like you have a strong knowing of something, I would stick to it until the universe itself is like, no, that's not how that works, if it's not right. But typically your knowing is something that's accurate, because your knowing is knowing, if that makes sense. Anything else for spiritual? Really don't give up, spiritual weirdo 44, on yourself, on your path, on like any progress you've made, like spiritually or even mentally and emotionally. Just like, don't give up on you. There's so much like better on the way that's like you haven't even dreamed of, and the universe does have good things in store. So I would just take heart and like keep trucking through any difficult moments, because it's like the rough periods aren't going to last. I hope that makes sense. Is it worth... Tawny Val asked, is it worth digging into my dream about Egypt? Yes, a little bit. But I wouldn't get too caught up on it. I would just be like, look up some Egyptian deities, look up some of like the themes in the dream and like what popped up and some of the symbols. But like, I feel like there's a lot for you there with Egypt in general. It's like past life stuff and just like uncovering things about you, but it's not a make or break thing if you dig into this or not, is what I'm hearing. Hope that makes sense. But worth looking into Egypt. Bastet. Is Bastet an Egyptian god or goddess? Okay, I don't know why they wanted me to answer this. Willchild11 asks, so I have people energetically attacking me. First thing they're saying is it's not as much as you think. And I guess they want to say, here's one way to stand your ground, is like, and I'm just going to throw a couple techniques at you that they're guiding me to say here. So first thing is what you can do is, one thing they're saying is like, there's a lot going on around you and you're picking up on a lot energetically, but, if you ask for, like, from Source, from God, from Angels of the Highest Light, just a loving fire to kind of surround your energy fields, and it's just kind of like a boundary. It's like, if you don't know what boundaries to set, it's a way to kind of set boundaries for your energy fields, where it's like people can't really get past the flames, is what I'm getting. And that's actually a tip from Lee Harris, but they wanted me to bring that through for you. They were reminding me about that. Anything else for you? I would just definitely ask Archangel Michael to stand beside you and cut any cords with people who aren't for that as good for you to have cords with. It just kind of shields you from any unnecessary burdens, any sort of attack if that's going on, and really help to bolster your energy fields, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when our energy fields are bolstered, we're less likely to like feel the barrage, one, of other people's stuff, but two, of any perceived like attacks, if that makes sense. So the loving fire, all of the highest light for the highest good, bolstering your fields, and you can just, if you're not sure how to bolster your energy fields, just be like, angels of the highest light, please bolster my energy fields now. And like, I don't know, like, I'm feeling my energies being bolstered. I don't know if you guys are, but it just kind of like boosts you and just kind of gives you a bit more oomph, a little bit. It's almost like, I don't know if anyone's ever watched Dragon Ball Z, but they were giving this analogy of like going Super Saiyan a little bit, but that's not exactly right. I don't feel like that's exactly it at all. I don't know. Hope that helps in some way or shape or form. Anyways. Do dreams have any significance? Where to confirm? Yes. So very frequently. It does depend on the dream, because sometimes a lot of it's processing out. They want to go full channel mode. More channel mode. Let's see what they say. Welcome. today, as we talk about dreams, to answer this question, we just want to let you know that the dream space is really a place to sort things out. It is a place where you are close to source, if that makes sense, where you are able to process worldly events and integrate them in your body, subconscious awareness, and bring about further lessons and wisdom from the experiences of the past, if that makes sense, and link current events up with past events and even with future events as you are higher above the realms of the earthly plane when you are asleep, as you so often would probably think. For dreams can be, as you have so often encountered, some of you, fortune telling. They can tell you what the future will hold. They can tell you future events, but at the same time, they are also purging the past and connecting dots for your subconscious so that you can more fluidly take forward what you have gained in your waking days. It is a way to restore the body and the mind and reset and not be so encumbered with events of the past. It is a way for the body to purge old emotions that are stored, and so a lot of what you encounter is both prophetic, yes, but also it is a purging, it is a healing, it is an integrating. So sometimes dreams are simply symbolic of what is ahead, and sometimes they are simply you integrating. Sometimes they are simply you processing. So do not get too caught up in any one dream or another. We would say have a dream journal, and does any symbols keep occurring in your dreams? Do you have recurring dreams? Those are important, for there is a bit of a stuck energy with those dreams that you are searching through or sifting through, or a message that your body is really trying to send to you in those moments. If anything becomes prophetic, definitely take note of that, combining these symbols with what was in your dream with the future events and what played out, for that will continue the more you give notes to any propheticness in your dreams. We also want to leave you with the advice that it is possible to ask for guidance in your dreams, and in that guidance, when you ask for it, you are more likely to receive messages in your dreams for life ahead. For others of you who want to simply purge and receive messages during the day, simply ask to process out what no longer serves, and if there are any stuck areas, simply ask to focus on those before you go to sleep, and you will process them faster. Sleep is a great time to recover, but also a great time to get more in tune with who you are. So setting intentions before bed is simply another way to manifest a different state of being in general for yourself, and inevitably for your future. We hope that makes sense, and we leave you with that information. Thank you. Hope that made sense. Hope that made sense. Oh. Serenity 2304. How do I know when my third eye is finally opened? Any advice? Gifts? What they just said is you'll know because your third eye will be open and you'll be able to tell. Because, third eye very frequently has to do with intuitive faculties. I feel like what I'm getting right now is it's opening rapidly as we speak. So I'm getting you'll know. I think it's just look into indigo gabbro. If you're into crystals, indigo gabbro or merlinite as a trade name is a good crystal for third eye intuition. That's the first one that's popping up. Iolite's another good one, but they really like indigo gabbro for you for some reason, to help with third eye opening and intuition. And the more intuitive you become and the more you live your life intuitively, and whether that's you learning a body pendulum so you can get yes-no answers, like body pendulum show me yes, body pendulum show me no. I have mine very honed in. It's very practiced over the years, so I trust it a lot. And any type of divination tool like that will help to open it up. And especially if you can get a yes-no answer, whether that's muscle testing, whether that's a body pendulum or using a pendulum, once you feel like you're consistently getting accurate answers with that, you can just ask, is my third eye open right now? And your body, so for me, is my third eye open right now? Yes. And my guys are like, yes, it's very open. So is your third eye open right now? It's yes, it's opening is what they're saying. So you'll get there. For sure, especially because you have a focus on it. And also focus on your crown chakra, a combination of indigo, gabbro, potentially iolite, and amethyst or selenite could be good. But that's not so important as much as the focus on opening these faculties and expanding upon them and what you can do with them is what I'm hearing. So I hope that helps. And crystals are a good way to set intentions. Tiff Mad, good day, love. Good day. Good day to you as well. Willow Child, so much sense. Awesome. Glad that made sense to you. Okay, back to Q&A. Gabrioni asks, will my husband be faithful again? Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, depending on how it turns out in the long run. My body pendulum is swinging yes. There's definitely a chance for that, is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I'd have a talk, is what they're saying. And they're also saying something like, I don't think you like this advice. I don't know if you do or don't, but it's like, you know, him being unfaithful has nothing to do with you. It's more him and his choices, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm getting, so just keep a head on a swivel. Just see what happens. And here's the other advice they're saying is like, don't divorce him just because the psychic said so. And I don't put myself out there as like, yes, I am the psychic fortune teller. It's, you know, I like to call myself more channeler intuitive, and this is what I bring through tend to be accurate, yes. And I definitely do my utmost best to set those intentions and make sure that that's what's happening. Especially before I came on and started doing these lives and like doing readings. At the same time, do it because it feels right to you, is what I want to say, if you're gonna make that move. I think I answered this, but I was getting stay for you. I am Molly. I hope that helps you. Next question. I don't know if you're still around, NGO1. Can I hear from Mom? I think there were some other questions you were asking about your mom passing away. So here's what I want to say is like, I'm not at a place where I directly, it's like, yes, I can, and I know I can, but it's a boundary I kind of have where it's like, I'm very comfortable with channeling my spiritual team, my spirit guides, my angels, God, and I relay messages from past on loved ones, and like it's definitely a different energy. So I know when it's not my, you know, guidance system, my guides, spirit guides. But she loves the heck out of you, and she's sorry she had to go. These sound a bit general, but this is what they're saying. It's like she's proud of a lot of what you've accomplished, but I feel like a lot of that's internally, like just some of the growth you've had, and like perhaps any of the trauma you've overcome. I'm also getting the message like, take time to heal. It's like, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to rest, and it's okay not to like feel like you have to carry the weight of the world and like rush around and put out other people's problems or fires. Like, it's okay to take time for yourself, because like you deserve so much more than what you've been given, is what she's saying. And I'm also hearing something about it's time to fly. What does that mean? It's like, it's time to fly home to who you truly are and like reach for your destiny. I don't know what that means because that sounds really intense. But anything else from what she's saying is like, she wishes she's never left, but like things are definitely okay on the other side. It's like all good over there, and like don't worry about anyone over on the other side. It's like stuff is really taken care of, and stuff will be okay for you going forward, NGO1. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm getting. So hope that if you're still around, I hope that resonated and helped. If not, it will be on the YouTube replay, so hopefully, well, she loves you, she adores you. And if anything, she wishes she'd done more for you. I don't know if she'd done a lot or not much, but anyways. Candles from my heart, just to reiterate, you are empathic, yes. Rogue Mother Witch. I know that I'm a healer, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing exactly. There was a second Q&A. They're saying yes. Okay, that's enough. NGO's mom. Back to highest most guidance for me. Okay. So Rogue Mother Witch asks, I know that I'm a healer, but I'm not sure what you should be doing right now. Take your time with that and really uncover like all the different ways you can be a healer, because sometimes that's just sitting and holding space with people, and sometimes that's herbalism and like shoving like good energies down people's throats. Not literally. I don't know why that's the words they're giving me. But water break after this. Thanks, Deja. Yes, 100%. I would what they're saying is like research all the aspects of healing that resonate with you, that you feel called to. Not all of them, because like some things you'll know aren't for you, and just make sure what you're doing sits right with you. And like if that's Reiki, cool. If that's not Reiki, okay, cool. If that's like herbs and like witchcraft and lighting healing candles, perfect. If that's not that, then no, that's not right. And a lot of this, I would actually work with angels as something that's coming through. If you want specific advice, they're saying work with angels, and don't be afraid to go your own way and forge your own path, because here's what they're saying. A lot of the great healers didn't go with the status quo of what was already out there, but discovered new methods of healing that actually worked when they couldn't find something that remedied what was ailing them or another. You're kind of going to go your own way and potentially combine different modalities and different like discoveries, I guess, with your healing work if you want to go that direction. But I think research and like making sure you're being true to yourself as you learn different aspects of healing is pretty key for you. I hope that makes sense. But right now it's a learning curve here. Oh, what's going on here? Thanks, Texas Jess. Texas Jess, thanks so much for, I know you're heading out, but thanks so much for volunteering. If you want to remain a moderator, you can definitely like say that. If you ever want to not be a moderator, just let me know. But I appreciate the heck out of you. Be Divine, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you helping me out yesterday. I don't think I said like thank you yesterday, but I wanted to say thank you so much. Stephanie's busy today, so she has a course or a test, but she said she'll be back next week. But she'll be around. She just had to take today. Oh, thanks for the water reminder, Deja. I love you too, user 2187. Oh no, 2186. You know who you are. Good morning, Crystal Rose 6957. I should probably just say Crystal Rose. I think the numbers is funny, but good morning. Thank you, Be Divine. Be Divine says, no worries, least I can do. I appreciate you. So less shifting. You're so wholesome. Thank you. NatRat92. Hi from Australia. Do I have a spirit around me? Not in particular. It's like spirits come and go, but nothing's like stuck with you, if that makes sense, is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's go back to the Q&A. So I'm gonna take more water. You can Gert. Hold on, I'll jump right to this. After I drink coffee, and I'm gonna say this because I think it'll be funny, but sometimes you find a hair, because you know that thing where you find an eyelash and you make a wish, and like you find a hair and you're like, oh, is this an eyelash or is it a nose hair? And like like do you just make the wish on the nose hair anyways? I guess it would work. It's about the intention, but anyways, okay, I need a quick coffee break, guys. I've been out this for almost 2 hours, so just a second. Thanks for hanging out. Sending love to all of you from the Divine. I appreciate you. And for everyone here, actually, don't make a wish on my nose hair, but I would just make a wish in general. Star is going to be a sign for everyone here, is what I'm hearing. And the universe does want to bring each of you a gift in your own time, in your own way. I think that's in the months to come. So if anything sticks out as like a gift for you from God, from the universe, just like unexpectedly, just say thank you. But that's just a message they want to bring through for everyone that's here right now. Thanks for the present, Erica Murr, 313. Excuse me. Okay. Well, Deja, scared to know that one, honestly. Which one? Oh, I see. There was a question you just asked. Okay, I thought you were like scared for Yugen Gert knowing this answer for a second. Okay, Yugen Gert, sorry to like have the suspense hanging over you while I drink coffee and talk about wishing on nose hairs. But okay, is Alea attracted to me? It's like it's there, but it's not where you want it to be. Is what I'm getting. Can you ramp up the attraction? Yes, just be yourself. And they want me to tell you about a book. It's not about the book. You can read the book, but they want to say to stay more spiritual about your love life a little bit, and keep it vibrationally oriented. But this book is not like that. But the book is called What Women Want by Tucker Max. So totally not like the first book I'd recommend for most people, but it's very science leaning. So if that's your thing, perfect. But one of the things that he would talk about is like, not always, but sometimes if you meet a girl, and this was a book geared towards men who wanted to date women. If you meet a girl and they're like attracted to you-ish or kind of attracted, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I am 10 out of 10 attracted to this dude. You always have the possibility of like increasing that attraction over time just by like being yourself and displaying more of like your personality, and like if it's a good fit, if there's a vibe, if it clicks, then like perfect. I don't think that's a hard and fast rule. I don't know why hanging loose is what's happening there. I don't feel like that's a hard and fast rule. So what do I actually want to channel through for you, right? What would be highest and best for me to channel through for you right now? And they're saying pretty much just what I just said, which is like, stay the course, there's hope, but don't get too caught up on one person at the same time. I feel like there's, more to come in that relationship where things become pretty obvious where it's headed. I don't feel like she'll string you along is also a message I'm getting. I don't think, if that's a she, Alea is usually a girl's name, but I don't feel like she's like that per se, but I'm actually hearing keep your head in a swivel because I think there's a lot more interest coming your way romantically. So that's what I'm getting for you, Yugen Gert. Hope that helps you. Hope you're having a great time in general. Crushing it in the world. It's my new single. My new single, Yugen Gert, is crushing it. And, yes. Oh, that's an interesting... Oh. I think this is a very interesting question. That Merm Life, though, asks, are everyone's guides different, or could we share? The answer I'm getting is both. Everyone has their own unique guides and, like, connection to the universe / source / divine energies is what I'm hearing, and highest divine guidance. But yeah, but like, for instance, different people can all work with Archangel Metatron. Or like a deity, if that makes sense. But they're also saying everyone's really unique in how they access that divine guidance. So it's like, so people can share a guide that happens, but it can also be unique for each of you. It's almost like paradox. It's not a paradox. They're like, it makes sense if you're up here. I'm like, well, I'm sure it does, but can you guys show me? Give me a visual. So so here's what they're showing me or saying. It's like, it's all one, so anyone can have any guide. You're not limited to the number of guides. You're not limited to who's around you. Of course, ask that it's for the highest good. But they're also saying everything is for the highest good up here, especially as you're highest connected is what I'm hearing. So you can share guides because guides are infinite. There is no limitation to the guidance beings around you, if that makes sense. You do not have to stay limited in your understanding of them, and you do not have to limit them in how they can help you and others. Guides are universal. Guides can be accessed by anyone who has that access. And you're not wrong for asking that question, is what they also want to say. Because it's, what they're saying is like, it's like a tricky topic. They're saying don't get too caught up in the details because all will be made clear in the near future. I hope that made any sense to you. It made more sense to me when they kind of like brought me up a bit more and showed me. That's a little bit new for me as well. But pretty much it's all one, so yes. Larissa Daniels asks, what can I do to be happier? So the first thing they want to say is like have a joy practice. So what is that? So it's like if it's been a while. Oh, we had an unstable connection, but I think sometimes you guys can. Thanks for the flowers, Vanessa Jack. I appreciate it. Larissa Daniels, what can I do to be happier? So joy practice. Pretty much like if it's been a while and you haven't been happy, Bailey G5, I would actually avoid dropping out of college. Get the degree. You've already come this far. It's worth it for you on your path. It's like, it's okay if you do, but don't, is what I'm getting. Larissa Daniels asks, what can I do to be happier? So a joy practice would be optimal. So what is that? It's like, if you haven't been happy in a while, it's okay to like, you can actually build a joy muscle. And like, for instance, like, I'm going to combine a couple things here. No, they don't want me to do that. Hold on. So like, whatever you can do to put yourself in a state of joy, and like, even if it's just like, because you can just put yourself into an emotional state. I could just become joyful right now. And you know what? I'll do that. So I don't know if you're energy sensitive, you might pick up on it, but if not, I can just, I'm here, I'm present, and I just... I just kind of access joy. It's like you can step into joy, but it's, to me, it's almost like I'm opening to the energy of joy, because I feel that almost like a divine joy, like pouring through my crown chakra. I like feel like that energy. I always like tend to have energy flowing through me, and that's not just me. I feel like a lot of people do, but when I step into joy, it's almost like my mind is clear. I just feel like there's that like divine joy flowing through me, and it's really peaceful actually too. Oh, we have another. But even if it's just like your moment of joy is just like, I'm just gonna sit with my coffee for 5 minutes, and like that's I love coffee. I love my joy. I'm just gonna sit and be and just feel joyful or grateful for this coffee. So anything you can do that's joyful to you with the intention of being joyful, even if you don't feel it at first, I would try it. And I feel like you will feel it, actually, Larissa Daniels. If you're here seeing this, I feel like you will actually feel it. But also gratitude journals are another way to, like, I guess, rewire the brain to, like, look for things to be grateful for in a situation. And that can lead to more happiness as well, because then you're in more of a state of gratitude, which naturally bridges into higher states like peace and joy and happiness as well. So I hope those are two. Anything else? I would also follow your passions in general. If life has been rough, like, it won't be forever, but the more you can do to cultivate gratitude or joy or just small pockets of, like, high vibration throughout your day, the better and the happier you'll be in general. But follow your passions, too, as much as you can. Okay, so next question. Jody Mooney. Oh, I did answer a question for you earlier, but this is the one my guides picked. Should I be medicating for my ADHD? Struggle with it. Should I be medicating for ADHD? It's a good idea if you get the right. Okay. I'm not really a doctor, and I'm not really a replacement for a doctor. Legal disclaimer. Here's what I get. It's a good idea to get the professional opinion. It's a good idea if you get the right one that works for you and you don't turn into a zombie. If you get the right balance with it, you'll be golden. But overall, my body pendulum swings to yes. This is what I get. Why am I singing that? That was probably not the question to sing, or the answer to sing, but okay, I hope that helps. Chrissy, I don't know how to say it. Chrissy YRPTLLVER. Is Buster my twin flame? I get no. You will meet one, but it's not right away, and it's not that person, is what I'm hearing. Hope that helps you. Bring some clarity. Rumple's Brimcall asked, will I be able to move soon? I kind of get not quite, unfortunately. My body pendulum swings to no. You will be able to move. It might take a while, unfortunately, but just make sure you're saving up and prepared. Because when it is time, it will be unexpected, is what I'm hearing. I hope that makes sense. Sam 0601, will things work out with Brian? I get yes. Don't rush it, though. I would stay the course with that one. Oh, Q&A. Okay, guys, just so you know, Q&A is weird, so I don't see these in SS Hole asked, which chakra or healing work do I need? I feel like you're actually good on chakras. I feel like healing work is like more, they're saying like general. I don't know if this even makes sense. General Sam I am 0601, you're welcome for the fire. Or thank you for the, yeah, you're welcome for that fire you sent me. Thank you so much for that fire you sent me. I don't know why thank you. Which chakra or healing work do I need? I feel like just general emboldening was the term that came through. I don't know what that means, so let's delve in further, shall we? What do my guides want to say? What do the guides, what do the angels of the highest light want to say? Healing work. If anything, I would work on your crown chakra so you can get more information, but it's like, it's not make or break right now. It's just like, it's like expanding upon what you already have built is what I'm hearing with any healing work you do. If you haven't learned Reiki, I would. I think that's a very helpful tool for anyone to have, and there's so many resources online to learn it easily and at your own pace. Udemy has some good ones, like Lisa Powers' course is pretty good. I've gone through that one, and I've gone through energy work courses both in person and also online. I feel like that one's worth going through if anyone's interested in Reiki. Just if you're tight on money, a lot of the times there's like these big flash sales where the course that's normally like $150 or whatever, $200 is like $20. So just take a look out for that. There's some cool deals on Udemy to help you kickstart your journey on a budget. So I hope that helps. Yep. But I feel like energy work would be huge for you, is what I'm hearing. Well, Nikki Neal 8 asks, will I actually make the move and leave? I get yes. I think you'll be pushed that direction eventually, is what I'm hearing. You have 3 different Reiki courses to do on Udemy. Yeah, I like didn't get through. I think I'm signed up for 2 more, and I got through 1. I got through the Reiki Master one. So who says that? Zendan Melissa. I got through the Reiki Master Usui one, and then I learned another modality that's not Reiki, and then I started channeling my own modality, and I was like, okay. So, and I'm not trying to like, sorry, that just, I don't know. I'm not trying to brag. That just popped out of my mouth. So, I don't know. Possibilities are endless. Ice Maiden 310. Why are my dreams always bad? You're clearing a lot. I would actually go get a Reiki session if is what's coming through, if you feel that's a good move for you. Do you get like headaches up here? Like just like my crown area when I'm talking with you feels like I don't know if contracted is the right word, but I feel like a pain up there. So I would try to get some clearing work done, but you're just shedding a lot in the dream space is what I'm getting. And you're not under attack or anything. That's not what I'm trying to say. I think it's time to open that crown chakra up. Speaking of the crown chakra, if you haven't already, I hope that helps. Thank you. I don't need to feel that anymore. Angel Torres 0814 asked, any advice from spirit guides? Yes. Okay. So don't give up on yourself is the first thing that comes through. So don't give up on yourself. They want to say you are a great person, Angel Torres, or Angel Torres. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You're a good person, and what came through? Hold on. I would not give up on yourself or your life. I would keep trucking. I think there's better ahead. If things have been like, or just like, just like, all right, it's like, things do get good. So definitely stay the course and don't give up on anything you ever had planned for yourself, within reason, of course. Like if you wanted to be like, I don't know. I feel like your life has a lot of twists and turns coming, is what I'm getting. But all's actually going to play out well in the end, so don't worry if things get rocky. Like, it's really okay to trust and, like, it's like relax in the universe. But there's the visual they got is like, it's okay to lean on God. And like, back when I was a kid, back before I like really got into this stuff more, because my parents were really Christian, so they'd take me to like Christian services, and there was this one like mega church in Illinois. Mega churches. It wasn't bad, but there was just one thing, and I'm not really Christian, guys. That's not my thing, but this is what they showed me. So it's the concept that matters that they were talking about. And they were talking about how, like, if you lean on God, here's the story. Here's what they said. And it's like, if you just lean on God halfway and you're like trying to stand but also lean, it's like, it's really weird and stiff and it's like uncomfortable and it's like hard. But if you lean fully on God, you can just like relax. And like, they just had a dude standing there like, here's what happens when you lean on God. And they had another dude like lean on God or lean on the other dude. It's like, when you leaned fully and like just relaxed and trusted fully, it was like relaxing. But when you were like stiff and like half leaning and like half trying to stay up, it like wasn't working. But that's what they show me, is like, you can really lean on the divine and like trust the universe to pull through, because like the universe provides for you and yours, like your family, if you have a family. It's just like, you're very protected right now, and like the universe wants to bring you good things, so open to it. So all that long story just to tell you that. Anything else for you? And I would also, like, if you ever feel so called, you just ask for angelic support in your life more. Whether it's Archangel Michael, Archangel, thanks for the gifts, Wireless Left, Archangel Raphael, however that looks for you. Angels of the highest light, please support me in my life mission or in my endeavors, or just get me through this day. Just anything like that. That's what I get for you, Angel Taurus. I hope that helps. Also, you're a healer, Angel Taurus, whether you realize it or not. And that doesn't explicitly mean you need to be doing healing work, like becoming a Reiki master. It's just like, your presence can be healing and soothing for others in ways you don't realize, is what I'm hearing. It's like in your aura. I don't know why I said aura weird, but aura. The aura. Hope that helps. Hope that helps you. Oh, I'm trying to get that off the screen. Oh, no, it's still on the screen. Anything for Christine Worthy? Yes, I'm gonna take a quick coffee thing here. EV28, will my husband want to come back? I would move on for now, is what I'm getting. If he does, it's not going to be right away, is what I'm getting. I don't know the exact scenario, but that's what I'm hearing. Anyways, Texas just asked for Christine Worthy if there's anything for Christine Worthy, and the answer is yes. You're one of those stay the course people. And so a spirit animal that's coming forward for you is shark spirit animal. So first spirit animal of the day coming forward, I think. But I would face your fears, is pretty much what that's saying, and realize, like, it's like, realize you are the big fish in the pond, Christine Worthy, in some area of your life. That's what I'm getting. You are meant to shine. Like, I would let yourself sparkle and shine, and realize, like, you're greater than you realize, and you have more of an impact than you think on the people around you, through what you say, through what you be and do, and what you choose to be and say and think and do, is what I'm hearing. You have a potent impact on the collective as well. Just through some of the work that you do, whether that's internal healing or work with others, is what I'm getting. So, but don't be afraid to shine. Get out in the spotlight if there is one in the months ahead or right now, and you're meant to be something that no one's ever seen before. Interesting message. So whatever your field is, your preference, don't be afraid to be who you are in that, because it's like, it's different than what's already out there. I hope that makes sense. Vanessa Jack, thanks for the bag. Hope that helps you. By the light of her lamp, should my husband and I move our family out of America? I do get no. I would stay in America for a while. You can leave eventually, just like give it some time. Like let things play out a little bit more. See what happens is what I'm getting. But of course, you know, go with your gut. It is your life that you are living first and foremost. Make sure what you choose feels right to you. Rogue Mother Witch, how am I meant to help others heal? I think we talked about this briefly already. Through your actions, what I'm hearing is like you're a very active healer, so whatever modality you choose, just choose one that feels right for you. It's going to be more active, like you're doing intuitive healing or energy healing or something like that. It's not necessarily just going to be like, let's sit and have a conversation, though of course you can incorporate that in what you do. It's more just like, it's like, what can I do to help others is what I'm hearing. So if you want more guidance on that, that's what I'm getting. But they're like, each's path to healing is their own. I know that doesn't help, but what else? What's very specific for you? So I would learn everything you can that interests you regarding healing work and helping other people. And the right ones that are for you are just going to work out. That's what I'm getting. So anything that interests you, if there's one thing in particular, maybe it's leading guided meditations. You're like, okay, I want to learn that. And you learn that and you're like, okay, doesn't feel quite right. But I also wanted to learn about herbalism. And you're like, okay, I like that. There's some really good things about that. I can make some good tinctures and teas. It's really just like, you're gonna know. It's just like, I would taste different avenues of healing and see what's like, this is right for me, because you're probably gonna combine multiple, is what I'm getting. I hope that helps. Finding Joy, 412, I love that username. You will find joy, by the way, if you haven't already. Would love any advice. Yeah, actually for you, I would open your third eye, is what I'm hearing. I don't think my guide's like that. I don't know, I don't know. Anyways, back to the channel advice. Rainbows are a sign for you. Oh my God, you have a rainbow. I closed my eyes. I said rainbows are a sign for you. I opened my eyes and there's a rainbow in the question. Okay, rainbows are a sign for you. My God, what was that? What even's going on? But Metatron's cube is also an important symbol for you, is what they're saying. So pay attention to those things and those signs. And hearts are also a symbol that's going to be important. If you're not in a relationship, love is on the way. Like love is inbound. I feel like there's also going to be an increase in love energy within you, just in general, just like because of outward circumstances and just kind of like where you're at an internal place. I just really think happiness is on the rise for you at this time. I feel like summer is going to be a good time overall for you as well, and fall will be like some next level stuff is what I'm hearing. So you got some good things coming. Just like be steady and stay centered. Balance is a key for you right now. So what does that mean? That's very internal. I would just like, here's a weird message. Like, not weird, but here's a message. Like, if you're feeling like knocked off center by other people, or you're just feeling like knocked off center, I would just take a step back for a minute and just like take time to come back to you. Cause like, not everything you're feeling is yours. Finding Joy 412, which you probably already know if you're an empath, but they're saying like the more you take time to like center and potentially ground, the easier these next few months will be, because you won't feel so like lighty flighty is what I'm hearing, where you're just like up on your tiptoes instead of like, okay, I'm here, I'm centered, I'm good. Other people aren't like pulling me off my center as much. That's what I'm getting. I hope that resonates and makes sense for you, but I hope that helps. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Alright, guess I'm asking. Did I answer this already? Cassie G, what is next for me relationship-wise? Here's what they're saying is advice. It's like, stay the course right now. And you know that comes through a lot because it's like keep going in the direction you're going. Like it's a good sign that you're on the right track, at least for the most part. Or the universe has other things taken care of if you're not totally on the right track. But you are though. You're on the right track. Tiff Med, I get no actually. Did you leave me for another woman? Not explicitly. There's a lot that played into that. Whatever happened there. Sorry, I just saw that was a quick answer I was getting. So what is next for me relationship-wise? Sorry, it's Dizzy. Yeah, it's been like in my... Oh, bird just flew by. Bird. Jurassic Park has been like in my head this whole time. What is next for me relationship-wise from Cassie G? There's new incoming. Whether you're in a relationship or not, there's new incoming. Like, it's like a new interest. I would keep an open mind about what shows up for you. Right now, I think there's more inside these people than they're letting on is what I'm getting for like the next couple bouts of like love is what I'm hearing. Oh, jeez. Just really keep an open mind to who shows up. That's what I'm hearing. If you're in a relationship, I don't think you are, but I would be patient and not rush into anything, honestly. As far as relationship advice goes for the next while ahead, like, be choosy if you're looking for someone else. It's like there's so much more on the way in the coming years. Like, there's no reason to rush into one thing is what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense, Cassie. I hope that answers the question. Yes, taking a break. Okay, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of interest coming, Cassie, if that makes sense. So, maybe brace yourself there, but another thing, Cassie, like, there's just so much more there for you than you realize going forward. Just like in love, I think, and specifically, like, there's a lot of like passive interest people have that they don't display. If there's ever like someone specific you are looking for, I would shoot your shot is what I'm getting. Hope that helps. Eric Kammer 313, will I get a job? I get yes soon. They're also saying don't rush it though. Common advice today. Okay, back to the Q&A. In Kingsbury, should I reconnect with Nicole or leave it? I would leave it, and like they'll reach out if they want to, is what I'm hearing. Goddess of Beauty, yes, you will get married one day. You will get married. Cassie G, yes, you're amazing. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I'm glad that helped. Oh man, all the questions. Hi guys, grateful to have you here today. Gavaroni, yes, I have asked a lot, but do my guides have anything to say before I go? Well, apologies I didn't get to you sooner. Q&A is a very interesting beast. It's not really a beast, I don't want to use that term. Oh, I thought there was a cat, but it's a garbage bag outside. That's not a cat, that's a bag. The cat's out of the bag, but because there's no cat in the bag. Okay, anyways, sorry. Eshalapa, sorry, you're leaving soon. Do my guides have anything before you go? Gavaroni, wow, this is common advice today. Don't rush anything right now, is what they're saying. They're really like asking you to please pursue your passions. If you feel passionate about anything and you're like not pursuing that, I would. It's like it's worth it. And they're also saying like multiple sources of income might be important for you in the future. You don't have to do just one thing. And there's another piece of advice. It's like, why pick or choose when you can do both, or you can have both? So, Tato Lit, the Q&A questions do not go in order, unfortunately. It is a very big smorgasbord of questions that kind of show up scrambled, just so you guys know. So, Gabaroni, anything that you guys have for you? You are getting that stay the course message, which is good. You do have potent manifesting abilities too. Is that something they want to bring up? So anything you want, I would ask for it from the universe. They do want to say be specific. I'm not normally a be specific kind of person. I'm normally like, the universe is infinitely intelligent and infinitely wise, and it knows what I mean. But for you, I would be specific and be like, if there's something you want, like just use your words accurately is the way I'm getting it. And I would write it down and like stuff it in a drawer and just like see what shows up. But candle work and spell work could be important for you going forward in the future if that's something that's ever called to you. Just like, make sure it's only for the highest good. Just set your intentions. Like, there's nothing to fear around that stuff anyways. But and also like, consider this your like free pass or ticket from the universe to go buy crystals or a crystal that you want to, like celestite might be a good one, but if you're into crystals, you'll probably already know which one you want when you go in there. If not, maybe look into celestite and see what's there for you, because I think that'll help you connect more with like the divine and like your intuitive faculties if you want that. Oh, and building crystal grids might be cool for you too. That's what I'm getting, Gabaroni. Hope that helps. Ice Maiden 310. Why aren't my soulmate DJ and I together? DG and I together. Because there's better for you, and sometimes you have more than one soulmate. By the way, there's more than one prospect for you to be with, and it's like, it's okay if you're not with one particular person, because there's always other options. The universe can always bring a different energetic match, a different person that's meant for you. Like, the universe has different ways to work things out where you're still getting the energetic experiences you want and having the feelings you want, even if it's not with the exact person you thought you wanted at the time. Does that make sense? You're never like limited. It's just like, is it really the right person for you, or is there a better one that's would help you or fit more of what you're looking for? Thank you. He, him is my pronouns, is our, them, the pronouns, he, him. Next 503. Am I going in the right direction in love? I feel lost. Actually, I get no. Not quite. So I don't know if this resonates. Here's what I'm hearing. Like, take a step back and recenter, and do your best not to get pulled around by other people's like opinions or like thoughts on your love life, if that's been something that's been happening. The horn would seem to verify that if you guys picked up on the horn from the car out there. But am I going the right direction in love? No. You will be soon, though. I think you're going to turn it around and realize like what it is you want, what it is you need, and like what's not working for you, if that makes sense. Thanks for the hearts there. I really appreciate that. But you will be. Just be patient for the direction in love. Here's what I'm hearing. The right people are showing up. It just takes time for them to reveal themselves. So if you feel like you're not meeting the right people, or like you're just like confused on which direction to go, like the path will be revealed in due time. So I'd try to like not stress about it too much. It's like they just keep saying you will get on the right path. So I'm not worried, but you might still be. So any other reassurance? They're just like saying like if you have like a choice, I would go with the person that puts you at ease, not someone who makes you nervous beyond belief. It's like someone you still get excited about, but who puts you at ease. I hope that helps in any way, shape, or form at all. Moon Goddess Reiki, thank you for this. Even though I didn't get a response, listening has been so enlightening. Aw, I'm really grateful for that. And I'm sorry, I don't think I've even seen your question here in the Q&A yet. And I apologize I didn't get to it. But if I see it, I'll try to jump in if you have to go, don't worry. There will be a replay on YouTube, and either way, I'm really grateful it's been enlightening for you. All right, so the songs that keep popping into my head while I'm like scrolling through are like the Jurassic Park theme song, the Lion King opening song, and Rhapsody in Blue, which I'm pretty sure that's the. this won't be a reassuring answer, long legs, but here's what they said. And that's not to give you the answer right away, but here's the question. Will I ever get married again or die alone? I'm getting you won't die alone. The first thing I heard, which was a little snarky, was like, everyone dies alone. I'm like, okay, sure. But no one actually really dies alone, because you're one with God. You're going back home, and once you cross over, you're like, oh, this is better than I thought it would be. That's something like that is what I'm hearing. But you won't die alone. You'll have people around you. Will you ever get married again? I actually get high probability on yes, you'll get married again. Just make sure it's someone you actually want to be with. Don't necessarily be with someone just because you're lonely. And self-awareness is key in discerning that, is what I'm hearing. I hope that helps. When's Art Life? I have to go soon. I didn't get my questions through, but it's been great listening. Aw, I'm glad it's been great listening. I'm sorry I didn't get to your question. If I see it, I'll try to get to it here. Jessica Jane 55. Anything for me? See a new home or a better job? It's no, not yet to both. Like, don't let that limit or hinder your future in the long play. It's just like, here's what they're saying is like, right now you might need to chill a little. And I'm not saying like, oh, chill out, Jessica, what the heck? It's more just like, take a breather, take some time to chill. None of what you're trying to build is a rush job. Will you get a better job? Eventually, yes. I would stay where you are for a while, is what I'm hearing. Of course, this is your life. Make sure your choices feel right to you when you make them. That's important, is what I want to say. It's like new home, it's like eventually, but it's got to be the right fit. But it's like for now, it's like, I don't know if you feel like where you're at is good, because I don't think you'd be asking if you felt like where you're at is good, but where you're at is okay to get you where you need to go as things unfold, is what I'm hearing. Because it's like in the story of your life, things might seem a little rough right now. Maybe not like rough, I don't know if that's the right word, but they get better where you're at. So like stay for a second, but don't stay so long you get stuck. And I don't know. And they're also like, don't stay forever just because the psychic said so, is another thing they're saying. Like, I really want to like, I don't know, I hope that answer makes sense to you. I'm trying to like give you the answer where it's like, well, that's just what I'm hearing, but do I get anything more specific? The answer is pretty much just not right now. I hope that helps. Anything else for you? I feel like you're pretty much on the right track. It's just any adjustments. It's like, it's mostly getting your head games right and like you're getting into a good mindset. Because I think like things are falling into place slowly. It's just like, it's like things are not what they seem right now totally. It's like, let them play out a bit more and you'll get like a lot of clarity. I'm like, I see now what's going on, and I'll move later, but not right now. So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna take a quick coffee break. So I've been at this for like 2.5 hours, so give me a second to sip some coffee and stuff. Huge shout out to the moderators. We've got B Divine, we've got Deja, Texas Jess jumped on briefly. Did I see Kylie Dosty for a second? I don't know if I did. I can't remember. I thought I did. But Stephanie is out today, and I feel like the moderator roster has been shifting, which is cool. But huge shout out to everyone who's volunteered, and guys in the chat, feel free to show them some love, because I appreciate the heck out of them. It helps things run smoothly, helps me to focus on the questions instead of trying to moderate and do questions, and so huge shout out to them. It really helps. J11, I want to move. Is it the right decision for me? Not yet. Definitely keep it in the back of your head, and definitely like, I would actually like, I don't know how your financial situation is, but like potentially penny pinch if you have to just like make sure you have the right stuff saved up. But soon, but potentially not like this year, but in the next couple, yes, is what I'm getting. That's what I'm hearing. So, of course, make sure it feels right to you, whatever you're choosing. That's what I'm hearing. Don Marie Rickle 54 asked, do I go back to who I used to work for? I do get no. I don't feel like that's the best option. You can, it's just not the best option. That's what I'm hearing. Hope that makes sense and helps. Da, 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 da. Brandy B01. Hi, what message does the universe have for me? They're saying you're a great person is what they're saying. I would say, like, don't let anyone keep you down right now. I actually feel like you're supposed to do some big things, Brandy B01. So, like, don't let people keep you from reaching your full potential is what I'm hearing. And don't let anyone tell you can't do anything, because you can. You're very capable. You're fully capable. You're smart. You're intuitive, whether you realize that or not. And you have the goods to take things to the next level is what I'm hearing in your life. Any area you so choose. So, very encouraging message to just, like, push forward with anything you need to push forward with. And I would actually try not to worry about anything too much right now. I think, like, I'm hearing things are good, so if things don't seem good, they like will be, or they're better than you think is pretty much what I'm hearing. But they're just kind of saying, like, the divine has you, in the highest and best ways for the highest good. The divine has you covered. Like, the divine is, like, watching out for you. The divine is, like, kind of just making sure the path ahead is smoother than usual, actually, is what I'm hearing. So I would be prepared to be uplifted, just in general, by people around you, and just in the general sense of the word. You're going to feel more uplifted going forward is what I'm hearing. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense for you. And you're on the right track if you weren't sure about that. I'll scroll on the chat here. Patty D63, can you tell me who's waking me up at 3:33 a.m. Delhi? The universe. God, pretty much. Your angels if they need to. Just the divine. Is what I'm getting. Oh, that makes sense. Like, the universe is everything, so it can just wake you up if it needs to. It's a message, though. You've probably already looked up 333, so I would just keep paying attention to it until it clicks. Phyllis Rebello, what's my life purpose / path? So, here's what I'm hearing. There's more to your path than just what you do. Like, a lot of it is, like, who you are and what you bring to the table underneath the surface of, like, the physical circumstances of your reality. So a lot of it's an energy even. I'm hearing your, like, builder is an important, like, aspect of what you're here to do. And that's, like, building things, creating things. It's like, whether that's, like, that could play out in so many different ways. It could be building a project, that could be building a relationship, that could be building a business. It's like, in some way, shape, or form, building things is what you're here to do. And it bringing through divine love while you do that is part of, like, the energy you're supposed to bring through, like, through your blueprint, so to speak, while you're here. It's like building new things with divine love at their core, or underneath the surface, or as the foundation, something like that, if that makes sense. I feel like you're spreading joy is important for you too, and that's come through a few times for people who've asked what their purpose is too. Someone just says it's a joy to watch, so I that sounds like confirmation to me. Oh, hi Best of the Beth, how are you doing? Oh, you're welcome. Sorry to get distracted. So, Phyllis Rebello, what's your life purpose and path? Probably not the most, what's the way to put it? Anyways, sorry, the words are not coming for what I was trying to say. But, here's what I'm hearing. It's like you're meant to build new things and let them carry people to new heights. I don't know what that means, but that could play out in a number. Just think of it as like a thematic thing and not necessarily like I must build the tower at Six Flags that brings people, or like the theme park that brings people up to the top. It's like, sure, maybe it plays out that way, but I feel like it's more energetic, and it's more like maybe you build a huge Instagram account that uplifts people, or maybe you build like a community of people at your, I don't know if you go to church or whatever, but at your church that like is like very uplifting, where once it was very judgmental in the past, something like that. So does that make any sense for you, Phyllis Rebelo? And that's like, those are certain key aspects. There's so much more to you and what you bring to the table than just like what I even have time to get to, just like channeling this for you really briefly. But hopefully that gives you an idea of like, there's more to the path than just the physical. But anything where you're creating would be a good like first start for that. Anything else? Oh, and the joy point was important too. Here's another thing they're saying. Anything you can do to like build gratitude and be grateful would also be helpful. To getting you into the resonances and energetic resonances and frequencies that would help you play out that defined life path is what I'm hearing. It's like, it's very energetic, and like who you are is very important, so please be you is what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense and answers that for you. Lily, will this relationship become more stable? Unfortunately, my body pendulum is swinging to no. I don't like bringing through this news, and I'm sorry if it's not what you wanted to hear. I don't feel like what you're going through is meant to last at this time. I don't think my guides liked me saying that, but that's what I was getting, so hold on. I would let it play out a bit more before you like make a knee-jerk reaction to my words. First of all, because I feel like if it's not meant to play out, it's important that you see why, and not just like do it because I told you to. Does that make sense? And it's not like I'm here to try and like tell you what to do. It's my job is to like listen and do my best to be a pure conduit to bring through the highest and best divine and accurate information that I can and channel through. But it's like it's your job to know what to do with it, or to figure out what to do with it, if that makes sense. So I try to present things in a way where it's like you have the power in your life to choose, and try to make sure that whatever you choose feels right for you and your circumstance. Because like if you dip out too soon, you might be like, why did I do that? The dude just like said that on TikTok and I just dipped out. Not that you would do that, but I don't know. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You feel bad muting, but they aren't respecting the request. So I hear that. If they shoot me, don't literally shoot me. If they send me any DMs, I can talk to them too. I understand. I know it's like difficult to. Guys, do your best to listen to the mods. They don't like muting people, but they're just trying to keep everything clean here. But try not to repeat things in the Q&A too much, or repeat your questions. And the mods are really doing their best to help out, so it's nothing personal when they do anything muting, but just letting you know. But I love you guys, and thanks for being here either way. Sorry if I'm not getting to your questions right away. There's a lot in the Q&A. I've been up at this for like 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I love and appreciate you regardless. And don't blame the mods. They're just doing their best. Anyways. Larissa Workman. May I have a general reading, please? Thank you. Yes. What is this button? Oh, I can ask people to come live with me. Okay. That's what that is. Sorry, I got distracted by new TikTok features that I'm just noticing. Larissa Workman, general reading for you. So, don't give up with yourself. Give up on yourself is the first thing I'm hearing, and like, I wouldn't give up on your relationships right now either. I would let them play out more before you jump ship if that's something you were considering doing. But I would also focus on yourself right now. I would make sure you're in a good headspace before you do anything rash. I'm not trying to call yourself out. I'm just letting you know that's kind of if that applies or if that comes up and you feel like you're kind of getting like rush, you can just be like, wait, maybe I could just chill for a second. I don't feel like you're a typically rash person anyways. That's just what I'm getting. Anyways, they want me to do a card pull. And I don't have the deck. Which deck? I haven't pulled a card yet today. I'm trying to Emerald Dragon. So abundance is coming in for you. That's a good thing. So Emerald Dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with the 5th dimensional blueprint. And self-love is important right now too. They're showing me the roses and they're talking about self-love. So I would definitely make sure you're doing like your self-love practices or just taking a moment to be like, you're like, Larissa, all right, no matter what's going on, I love you regardless. And that's you to yourself. I want to say the universe wants to bring you abundance. It's just like, I would welcome it with open arms if anything new or unexpected unfolds. And it's like, I feel like Earth and Water Dragon creates the foundation for new growth. What I'm hearing is like you're growing or you're going to be growing soon. It's just kind of like, I feel like life is sprouting new opportunities for you is also what I'm seeing being shown and hearing. So pay attention to like the new that shows up because there's a lot of potential in like the years ahead with like new people, new places, new opportunities as you go about your journey that have a lot to offer you for your growth path and like your abundance. So, and potentially I would look, if you have a job, I would get a new job soon or soonish and don't jump ship right away. I just feel like getting a new job might be helpful for you at a certain point if that's something that resonates with you and would actually work for you. That's what I'm hearing. Hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, the cards really kind of brought another element to that, didn't it? Not that the other readings weren't good, or what my guides say. I'm just... Cattle Lady. Do I have abilities and what are they? Yes, many. Visions and intuition, like getting visuals, are huge, I would say. You do a lot of work in the dream space. So don't doubt what you see there, is what I want to say too. I do feel like you are meant to heal yourself and others. I think it's just like, it's very unorthodox the way you go about it. Because a lot of it is like who you are and how you are more than like a particular action you take to like bring healing to others. It's just like, you have more of a natural healing presence and like, it's like you don't need to try, you just like know what to say half the time, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense, Cattle Lady. Anything else? So this card flipped out and it's like you have a potent magic that you're unleashing is what I'm getting as I sit with it. It's just like I would pay attention to spirals as a sign that's like important for you. And here's another message. I don't know if it's about me, but they're like, don't ever shoot the messenger. So I don't know what that's about. Weird message. They're showing me this card with the green dragon and the key, and they're like, you have the key to your soul right now. What does that mean? You have the key to unlocking all of your potential. I feel like you might know what it is. But a lot of it has to do with like spiritual work and manifestation right now. So, whoa. They're like, just meditate on it. So, I don't know, just meditate on it. Hope that makes sense. I think there's way more to come in the years ahead as you like jump through your path and like uncover more of who you are and what you're about. So just realize you have a natural way of healing others without realizing it, and that's all positive. TX bread nola raised. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Black. I don't know if I can say that. Can I say the names of drugs on TikTok Live? Is that frowned upon by the TikTok people? But anyways, moving to Texas, will it be a positive experience? overall, yes, with a few bumps in the road on the way there. Overall, yes, it's worth it. Okay, Stephanique. Oh my gosh, it's Stephanique. Hopefully things were good. Aw, Stephanique, don't feel bad. We missed you. What I want to convey is, like, don't feel bad because you have a life and, like, your life is important, but we love, appreciate, and miss you because you are awesome. Anyways, will you graduate nursing school? Yeah, but I'd put your nose to the ground. Oh, Rainbow Tarot. Hi, thanks for the roast. Will you graduate nursing school? Yes, if you put your nose to the grindstone, is what I'm hearing. If you want to and you, like, put your nose to the grindstone and work, yes, you will graduate. But go with the flow and just definitely put in the work necessary and, like you can do it. Yeah, here's the you got this in the bag card. If you put the work in, they're saying if you put the work in, just because the psychic, I don't really identify as psychic, whether I am psychic or not. I think there's certain connotations with the word that I try not to attribute myself with. So if I have psychic gifts, perfect, awesome, yes, I've had those experiences, but it's like, sorry, this isn't important right now, but this isn't about me. Do the work and you got this is pretty much what I want to say. Hope that helps. So let me just stare and squint at the Q&A for a second, guys. What? Oh, Tiffmed, I think I answered this. The answer was no. The question was, did he leave me for another woman? No, but there's a lot that factored into the choice. And don't beat yourself up over it. It's like, it also, in a sense, what they're saying is, like, it really doesn't matter. Sorry, there's, like, neighbors moving, so I'm just, like, anyways, getting distracted. It really doesn't matter why he left. It's like, he made the choice, but it's like, what can you do to better yourself going forward? Because this choice had very little to do with you, honestly, either way, whether you left for another woman or not. It's just like, that doesn't really matter. Like, he made the choice. I do feel like it's time to move on, and I'm not trying to say any of this to be callous at all, and I don't feel like I'm coming across that way, but I do feel like you're going to learn a lot from this. I do feel like you'll find a better person for you to be with, but I wouldn't worry too much about that guy or his choices, because very little of it has much to do with you specifically, is what I'm hearing. I hope that helps. Bridget KMO7, is us going to move forward soon? I get no. If you want to, if this applies to your situation, if you want to speak with us, I would reach out to us, if that makes sense. Does Kelvin still think of me? And that's from BLVCK. COC. I don't know if I can say that word on TikTok Live. I don't know. Does Calvin still think of me? A little, but not a ton, is what I'm hearing. Can everyone hear me okay? I keep getting people saying they can't hear me, and I'm very perplexed because I don't normally have issues with that. What's going on? You can hear me? Awesome. Perfect. Good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the audio's great. Perfect. Hear you clear me? That you hear me clearly? Thank you. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. Good, guys. I appreciate it. Whoop. Okay, Katie Laumac, MC. Cool. Sorry, I was talking to my guides for a second. Katie Lau, MCS. Could I have some career advice, please? Yeah. wherever you're at, I wouldn't stay too long. Like the phrase that came to me was don't stay too long. So in any one place right now, pretty much. Feel free to taste things and like try new experiences. Get your feet wet a little bit. I feel like there's a lot of shifting and changing to come, and you'll make the right choices. It's just like I wouldn't get stuck anywhere is what I'm getting for you right now, because it's like the world's changing. Career trajectories are definitely shifting, and a lot of it's for the better for you. Excuse me, what I'm getting. Sorry, I got distracted by chat. Can I have career advice? Like, stay where you are for a time, but you got to go at some point if you are with you are. Like, this card, Dark Blue Galactic Dragon, helps you listen to the voice of the universe popped out, and like, what does it mean? So there's the star on this card, and they're saying something about you're meant to shine, actually. So I feel like you're supposed to have a standout role, either with a company, but also trust your intuition. If you feel like you're feeling intuitively pulled or guided to a certain direction, you are. I feel like the universe is trying to shuffle you to the right places, but there's multiple places to be and check out, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that helps very much, but you're protected at this time. I don't feel like you're gonna make like the wrong choices or the total wrong choice. It's like you can't make the wrong choice because like the universe will roadblock any choices that aren't quite correct for you, is what I'm hearing. So if that's, I don't know why they're saying to write down your thoughts and ideas, but this card came out. It's like the writer. It's the writer card for me, but they were just saying write down your thoughts and ideas when I pulled this. And this dragon has a third eye. Like trusting yourself is huge, because that's third eye is like intuition. So trusting yourself is huge, and I feel like you need a lot more in your life than just a career. Like, I feel like you're someone who potentially might be more family oriented going forward, and just like you need more in your life than just a job. Like, it has to be fulfilling, and like you need more in your life in general. So I would try to move towards something that fulfills you, if you can find that. That's what I'm getting. I hope that helps. Okay, keep going. My guides say I'm gonna scroll to the bottom of the Q&A, and we'll see how long that takes. Oh my gosh, guys. So I'm so sorry for anyone I didn't get to. Apparently there are like just hundreds of questions in here that I am still scrolling. I've been scrolling for a good amount of time. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh no. All right, so, I mean, I love you guys. I just didn't... Okay. Prince Priestess, I don't know if you're still here. Anything incoming for love for you? Yes, but it's going to surprise you. I don't feel like it's going to be very straightforward at first. I think it's just going to come out of nowhere. Like the blink of the eye, you're like, like, where did that come from? But yes. But I would like focus on being you and chilling right now, is what they're saying. I would try to transmute the old and any old wounds too, and just be yourself. The more you can be yourself, the better. Ooh, that bird had like a Cheeto. Sorry, I'm very distracted by the bird with the Cheeto. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you, Prince Priestess. I got distracted by a bird with a Cheeto. So what's happening? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Stephanie, study your butt off. You can do it. I feel like you can pass, but you gotta study. Which I know you said you've been studying a lot recently, but that is what I hear. Study, study. I don't know, if you're really concerned with it, I would like pull out all the stops. I would like manifest it. You could even like... So do you know, like, I think you've been around when I talk about the... They don't want me to do this right now, I'm so sorry. But use every tool in your toolkit to like manifest a positive outcome, I guess, and like... get rid of anything in the way of you succeeding. that's for the highest good for you to get rid of. I hope that makes sense. Only for the highest good. Dana Cecilia 92. Hi, I was having doubts if to leave him or stay. I would stay put for now. Right now, I would stay put. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. It's okay to give people one more chance is what I'm hearing. It's like, and that goes for any of you doubting your relationships. But they'll show you pretty quickly if they really want you around, like through their actions. And a quick message, like, don't take your exes back within reason. That's something I want to say. Oh yeah, I do offer readings. I forget to mention that, but I do offer personal readings. It's in the link in my bio through my website, the first link. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Oh, I think I answered this. Will my husband want to come back? I do get no, unfortunately. Yeah, I would move on. I think I answered this already, but I'm sorry to hear that. There is better for you. Ventures with the three of us. There was an owl hooting outside my window. Sign, yes, always. What I hear is knowing and claircognizance. Owl spirit animal shows up when you need to know things, is what I'm hearing for you, and for many of you in the chat here today. It's pretty much just like owl spirit animals, like, yeah, I got you. Anything you're not like seeing right now, like, I've got your back covered. Like, it'll show up, like, you'll catch it. Don't worry too much. And maybe owl spirit animal is helping you with studying, Stephanie, by the way. Elson Rose, look, like, I love the message of Jesus loves you, and like, I do feel like the divine loves you. And just because we're not coming from the same place doesn't mean God doesn't love all of us. I'm worried about the agenda behind Jesus loves you. But I like the message. I'm not sure about the agenda behind it. That's why I'm doing that. But sending love for sure. Okay, anyways, sorry. Okay, back to the Q&A. I don't know what is love? Baby don't hurt me is stuck in my head. But it is. Saint asked, anything I should hear right now? Thanks. Sorry, I have people moving, and I've just been like in the zone channeling here. Hey, little man 333, thanks for the roses. And I'm like, do I need to move? I probably could have moved, but that's okay. It's not really my job. And no one asked me to move, so it's okay. They could have communicated. Anything you need to hear right now, Saints. I would say the course in general. I feel like you're learning and growing right now. If you feel like you're in a position where you're like talking to people and helping them, any wisdom you can bring forward to help others is important right now. I'm gonna potentially move my car because there's a big U-Haul van. I'm gonna actually venture. This has seemed to happen like the past few lives. I'm actually gonna try and move my car and take the live inside, just because there's like a moving van coming in and I feel like I'm very in the way, and that way people aren't. So we'll keep going for a bit here, but we'll stay put right now because there's a lot of cars moving around and stuff. They're saying anything you can do to bring wisdom to others would be good for you. Sorry, I'm backing my car up. Interesting live. Oh, there you go, guys. It's okay. Neighbor's rolling his eyes about the whole thing. Hi.
You're not moving out too, are you?
What's up? No, I'm not moving out. R2. So I know.
Yeah, I know.
I know homie. Why can't I remember his name? Kyle's moving out too,
Yeah.
so I didn't realize she was moving out.
Yeah, everyone's moving out.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, new neighbors. I feel like everything's changing right now, just like in general. Like work's changing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at my place, a lot of people moving around. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. That's around the time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Cool, man.
All right.
Awesome. I'm gonna finish moving my car here. Sorry, guys. Neighbor. This is the most fun one yet. I'm just gonna. Okay. How do I do this without? I might lose connection, guys, but I'm gonna go live right away afterwards if I do. So, actually, I think if I look where I was in the park. No, I got this. All right, ready, guys? This is the adventure of. This must be like Mercury and retrograde. Things are just starting to like get a little wild here. So come with me as I move my car. Because I can stay in Wi-Fi range, then we'll go inside. I'll get my setup, and then we'll keep going. And this is fun. Come with me. I'm losing people watching. That's okay. It is what it is. And you'll be... All right, so neighbors are moving. I had to move my car. I'm going inside now. And we will continue on. Wallets. Okay. Grabbing my books and my cards. And so. I'm just gonna come back from it. I'm just gonna grab a couple things and, okay. As they tell me to grab everything anyways, one by one. Okay. Okay, all the books, all the cards. So, such a beautiful day out. Got the keys, wallet, phone is in my hand. And closing the door, don't lock the door. You'd think like, you know, like, I'm not gonna talk about it too openly right now. You'd think with like all that I do, I wouldn't lock my keys in my car. But if I'm in a rush, it still happens. Like I kind of get the message, but then I like somehow do it anyways. It's really interesting, but intuition does help, but I guess it doesn't always. I mean, it does help. It's just like, what am I trying to say? I mean, yeah, you gotta listen, but also, you know what? Now that I think about it, that one time I locked my keys in the car, I had to like Uber to work to get there in time. And like there was like a huge crash like on the way. So I'm like, maybe I just didn't die tonight. Maybe that's why I locked my keys in the car. So there's always that too. All right, so I don't have my live setup at all. I don't have my tapestry up. I don't have my circle light. So give me 1 second, guys. Libra Mooney, I see ya. I'll get to ya in a second here. Oh, okay. There's all sorts of like what's going on. Okay. Okay, sit down, let's do this, they say. So, Saints. Water? Yes, water for sure. Why did I think that was my phone? All right, no, my brother called, so, I don't even know what's going on today. Man, I'm all like sweaty and, okay. Hi guys. Let's see what comes through. Saint asked, anything I should hear right now? Thanks. I'm gonna pull the Holy card. I do feel like you're on the right track. I don't know if I said that, but you're gonna hit your goals, is what I'm hearing with this card. And I wouldn't worry too much about the how. It's more about the why, is what I'm hearing for you. So I just feel like your goals are in reach and attainable, and you should definitely like shoot your shots and like anything you want to manifest. I would ask for it. Just like even if it's like 20 things, I would shoot that out into the universe and just let it know that that's what you want. Yeah, we're good. Because I feel like you're supposed to manifest a lot, and like I would ask for more if you have been manifesting. Like, just keep asking, ask for more because there's no limit. And hope that helps you. And sorry, you got like very interrupted in your reading. Also, Kali is a good deity for you to work with right now, is what I'm hearing, because I am pulling from the Kali deck. So, anything else? So, setting boundaries might be an important thing for you. I would do your best to set boundaries where applicable. To anyone who's pushing your buttons or just kind of like annoys you, it's okay to like snap in a gentle and kind way, if that makes any sense, where you're just like not taking people's stuff. So Tatiolit asked, my questions haven't been answered yet. Is the YouTube vid just alive or does it have more? It is just alive. I don't have any more. I add to it. Unfortunately, there's so many questions. I don't think I could get to all of them if I tried, unfortunately. So I apologize about that, guys. I know it's I guess it just is what it is. But I'll do my best to get through what I can. So thank you, Saint. Hope that helped. So who was asking? It was like Libra Mooney 222. I forget what you asked, but I know you've been asking for a bit. Oh, Tatiolet, that's all right. Thank you for spending so much time on them. You're welcome. Yeah, I apologize. I do my best. Oh yes, try finding your true purpose. I actually feel like that's just gonna show up. Like you're gonna kind of have an epiphany after a few more like life events play out. Like within the year, you're actually gonna have a better idea, is what I'm hearing. There's a siren in the distance. That's confirmation for me. So within the year, I would look for any confirmations or epiphanies about like who you are and what you're about. They do want to say you do have the ability to channel, which is pretty much that's what I do, or one of the things I do. I do a lot of things, but you have the capability if you ever want to develop that, but that's your choice. I don't feel like it's something you do and don't realize you do. Actually, is what I'm hearing. But honing your intuition would help you too, because then you can kind of take a bit more of your own power with you as you go about your life path and like discerning what's right for you. But as far as like, so I know I talked about someone else in their like life path and building was important for them. That's important for you too, but it's in a different way. I feel like the more you can bring peace, like peace is a good energy you're supposed to bring. It's like the more you can like bring peace to yourself, you're going to naturally spread that to people around you. And that's part of your path and journey, is like cultivating peace for yourself and others. And that's not to beat yourself up if you're not feeling peace right at this instant or always in a state of peace, because like very few people are. But the more you're cultivating peace and building things that like are of peace, is what I'm hearing, like PEACE, the better. And the more you'll feel like you're on track, if that makes sense. I feel like I don't know if you consider yourself a people person, but like being around people and like I feel like that's important for you, is being around people and having your impact that way, if that makes sense. It's freezing up. Well, it says good connection now, but pretty much cultivating peace is very important for you, and building things that bring peace, but that's very energetic and undercurrent, and that's not necessarily like literal physical stuff. But pretty much anything that brings you peace is a good direction for you, is what I'm getting. And that was for Libra Mooney 222. So I hope that helps and makes sense. That's okay on your guys' end? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see. So less shifting. Am I going to move in with him one day? I mean, so my body pendulum swing is a no. So leaning no, but they did say like if you want, but just make sure it's the right move before you do, is what I'd say. Mommy of 2818. Are me and Eric getting married? You can if you want, is what I'm hearing. I think if you stay the course, that's very probable, is what I'm hearing. Mommy of 2. And I'm not going to make a promise that's like very probable is a good thing if you stay the course. Of course, it's like, yes, you can each make different choices, but it's very likely at this point, is what I'm getting going forward. So Tiny Heathen 95 asks, what is my purpose? Should I be a nurse? They're just saying nurse is a way you can fulfill part of your purpose, but your purpose is really about how you impact people. And yeah, something about like joy, success, and wealth, and like the richness of life, and like bringing that to others through your presence is part of your purpose. Don't let these things like shell you in, guys, or like rope you in. This is like, here's a direction, and let life like show you more of that. And if you're ever curious, you can be like, universe, please show me more about what my purpose is, and that will like start to manifest for you where you have more clarity on that. Okay, Q&A. We got that one. Okay, just find the next Q&A. Miss Loveheart, I feel my guides want me to buy a house soon. Is that a yes? It's a good choice for you, is what I'm hearing. It's like, it's not a bad idea for you. So yeah, that's confirmation. I would say yes. Next question. Miss Ace One, good to see you, by the way. Will I move to New Mexico? My body pendulum is swinging to no right now, but I do feel like there are places around that area that would be good for you, like potentially Arizona. But just go with your gut and what feels right to you. New Mexico might not be the best option, but it is. You 100% have a choice in the matter. If that makes sense. Next. Stacy BD asks, do you have a collective message? Heal trauma. TKS. Thanks. Oh, thanks. Collective message on that. Okay. Here we go. Trauma Nagmo. So this card's come out before. Oh, and Guna Tentrika. So 2 cards kind of flying out here. Those are the 2 is what I'm hearing. Mostly the first one. Those of you worried, whoop, I froze there for a second. Those of you worried about this, you will heal. That's what this card is telling me. But with this card, what's the intuitive, what's the best way to say this? Okay. Going within is really your first step. I know that's come through for a different couple of circumstances of people, but that's what they're saying. Going within and recognizing like, not all trauma is your own. There can be ancestral trauma. So realizing digging deep doesn't always fix it right away. Sometimes there's a bit of like almost like binge and purge is what I'm hearing, where it's just like the healing kind of chooses you, and it's like it just strikes. But let it process out to the best of your ability, and because it's like, again, it's not all yours. It can be ancestral or in like your DNA, so to speak, or passed down through generations, which is all saying the exact same thing, pretty much. So that's the first thing to keep in mind, is like there's a lot of ancestral healing and clearing going on. So let that process out if anything comes up, if like a circumstance happens and it's just like the reaction that you have feels more than what you would typically have, just like sit and be with that because that's going to process out naturally. Also, like what they're saying right now is asking for angelic help is huge in assisting with that process of release and like easing the burdens of releasing trauma is what I'm hearing. Archangel Raphael, of course, is like a great one that's coming to me is to call upon, and like he wants to help anyone concerned with this to do that. Um, but pretty much the universe is going to be naturally, especially as you ask for it, bringing you to the right healers, people, places, circumstances, situations to help you release those burdens and heal that naturally, because that's kind of the track Earth is on course for anyways, is like the imminent healing of collective like traumas and like things of that nature. And it's gradual, it's slow, it's not supposed to be a giant crash course where it's just like the whole world is in chaos from this purge all at once. It's like here's this pocket and here's this pocket of the world and here's this pocket, and in a sense it all can stay balanced and not like everything gets thrown into immediate chaos in a drastic, dramatic, just overly destructive way, if that makes sense. But anyways, scaling it back down. Overall, like going within, asking for Archangels Raphael's help, and like almost manifesting and letting the universe guide you to the right people to help you release those things and move forward in a stronger way is like the gist of what's coming through. And Reiki is huge. Is what they're saying too for many of you. Like energy healing really gets to the root of things, and you can send that to your ancestral lines and back in time. So there's a lot you can do with energy healing to help release that with greater ease as well. It's very general, but that's what I'm getting. I didn't really even talk about this card though, which is like, I feel like you're protected from anything too intense is what I'm getting from this card. You're on the right track to healing that, many of you. And your healing is huge, but you're protected from it being too much or overbearing to where you can't function, most of you, unless that's your path, which very, 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 very few of you here. Hope that helps, guys. Hey, Bree, how's it going? I'm gonna find the next question here. Sorry, I'm trying to find the question my guys want me to answer next. Zia Leilani, hopefully that's how I pronounce that, how the proper way to pronounce it. Should I stay with my partner? I would say it's a good idea to stay for now. There's no reason not to stay, unless you feel otherwise. Of course, if anything's abusive, don't stay. But I don't feel like it is at the moment, or I don't think it will be. But I would stay for now, is what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Someone asked if Gareth was their soulmate. Oh, Amber Rose, is Gareth my soulmate? I get yes. Not the most important one you'll meet, but the first thing I heard when I first saw that question was yes, one of many. Monica Toletti, may I have my questions answered before I go, please? If I see them, I will if I see them. They're not in order. They don't always show up in the same order, and there's a lot. So I will do. Well, let's see what pops up. It's like spinning the roulette. Busy Pops Goblin. Should I quit my job today and focus on my arts? I would not. Maybe drop. I don't know if you're already part time, but maybe like drop down to part time and do that. But I would. They're saying like make sure you can replace your income unless you're just like good, and like I don't know. That's just what they're saying. Is like maybe not right away, but I would try to work your way out of it for sure. There's no reason to stay stuck where you don't want to be. That's what I'm hearing. Anyways. Carly Townley. Did someone ask? Sorry, I'm getting lost in the chat here for a second. Care reports, is Jacob coming in for a reunion? Not right away, but my body pendulum is swinging to yes. There's a probability for him to reach out, is what I'm hearing. Hope that helps you. Rainbow Tarot, will I find love again? Yes. I feel like that there's an option coming in soon. Sooner rather than later, is what I'd hear. It will come. It will find you. Keep searching. Don't give up the chase. Stay romantic. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like you will potentially get the love you seek. I feel like you'll get the love you seek, is what I'm hearing. I threw potentially in there on the human level, but what I heard was you will get the love you seek. So to take my human out of that, which I tend not to interject, but when I do, I try to catch myself and let you know. Okay, Astral Moon, is my bipolar depression getting better? Unfortunately, I'm getting no, not right now. If you are on medication, I would. But what they're saying is whatever you're doing, keep doing it, as long as it's not self-destructive. If you're like taking anything for it, it's like they're saying not to wean off right now, if that's what you're doing. But any alternative healing methods you can do on top of what you're already doing would be helpful, whether that's Reiki or anything else. Tiff Meadow, going through a breakup, anything I need to know? It's not your fault. This is the main message. It's like, it's not your fault, and there is better on the horizon for you, but you do need to take time just to grieve. And I would try to avoid jumping into anything else right away. And I wouldn't try to reconcile right away either if that is an opportunity that comes up. I would take time to process before you make any big rash choices, is what I'm hearing. Hope that helps, Tiff Med. Let's see. Next question. Gavaroni asks, have I shifted into another reality while sleeping? I do get no. I feel like you've shifted internally and done a lot of healing work in your sleep, but as far as what you mean by shifting realities, I get no, is what I'm hearing. Hope that helps. Stacy Joe, should I write a book? There is no reason not to. I get a yes. It's worth the effort, Stacy. Writing the book. Patsy K6. Will Gordon come back to me for good? Unfortunately, I am getting a no. He might come back, but not forever, is what I'm hearing. But I do hear there are better options for you down the way. I hope that helps you. I do apologize if that's not the answer you were looking for. Should I give up on Kate coming back? I get no, but move on for now. So maybe not give up, but move on and live your life and don't wait around, if that makes sense. Like, you can keep the door open, but that doesn't mean sit there. So I know Nicole, was it Nicole? I'm so sorry, like, there are literally hundreds of questions in the Q&A and I can't find it. There's just like too much to sift through. Like, I can find it, but it'll just take a while. So Mary Church, can you see if I'm pregnant? I don't get that you are, but I would double check feel like that can change quickly depending on your situation. Miss Frost, you're so pretty. Thank you, if that was directed towards me. Throat chakra is unblocked. I'm KLC369. I would check your sacral and maybe your roots. They're not blocked, just like they could use a little work, is what I'm hearing. Tiny Heathen, is Alex my soulmate? One of many, but not the main one. There's way more to come. Who's asking about their question? Go ahead and just throw it in the chat, and I'll try and ask it, because I know you were trying to leave, and I think you've been around for a second. Potato lit, pretty good. Chakras are pretty good. Maybe check your crown chakra, but you're not bad. Hydrate, yes. Oh, Monica Tole. Any messages about your twin flame? Okay, that was your question. Whatever the current situation, I would stay the course on that. It's like, I don't get this very often, weirdly enough, but I do get there is a twin flame union coming for you. I don't feel like you'll be left out in the cold forever if that's been going on. Also, be gentle on you as a side message is what's coming through with that card. And don't worry too much as well. I feel like the love situation will sort itself out, and there's just nothing you need to worry about at all, is what I'm hearing. I would also lay the old to rest, is also what I'm getting as I look at some of these cards that are popping out. Don't worry too much about both the past and like let the new flow in, because it's like it's time for better, and like manifest. Also, Sri Yantra is a manifestation kind of symbol, and then the moon phases are on this card too. So manifestations will be blooming soon. I'd pay attention to that. Anything else in the twin flame union? Yeah, stay the course is the main message, but and don't let the old hang you up. So hopefully that helps make sense. Good vibes only. Is my ex coming back? Is he going to reach out to you? I do get no on the coming back. I don't feel like you'll actually want him back by the time he reaches out. That's what I'm getting at least. But you'll probably have to sit with that one and see what happens. You can probably have him back if you want, but do you really, truly want him back is the question. I would say with that. MPLC369. Your guides love you unconditionally. TL333. Is your life purpose supposed to change? No, but it does shift over the time in the sense that like as you grow and evolve, who you are and the impact you can have changes. So it's like same purpose, different outcomes is what I'm hearing. It's like it's the same theme underscoring your life, but with like multiple pockets of other flavors is the best way I can describe it. I hope that makes sense. So guys, I can do, so I'm at 3% battery. I really need to use the restroom, and I can get one more question, and I'm sorry I didn't get to many. I know I'm trying to like speed read a lot of these current questions here. So I'm gonna get one more. One more question here, and then I'm gonna close it out. But I really appreciate you guys so much. Okay, don't answer that. Quamish, does this guy like me? I actually get a yes, like you. I feel like that's there, yeah. I do feel like there's high potential for something happening there, is what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense, whoever you think about. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I really love that you guys came and hung out. This was a really cool live. We kind of hit a new record of like over 200 people here at once towards the beginning, which was like ridiculous and really flooded the Q&A. But so I'm excited about that. I appreciate you guys so much. I go live every Sunday, 9 a.m. Central Time, North American Central Time. And I do personal readings as well. That's through the link tree in my bio. And the replay of this will be reposted probably tomorrow on my YouTube, which is also available. And you guys, you're so welcome. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the thank yous. But it was a joy. It was a pleasure. I'm always grateful I get to do this for you guys and just get to do this work in general. It's been years in the making, and I'm just so grateful I get to do it now. So thank you guys. Oh, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. Everyone have an amazing week and enjoy your Sunday. Get outside if it's nice out and get some sun, and tell the universe what you would like for the year ahead, the rest of the year ahead. I don't know. So many blessings from the universe, from the angels. Should it be in the highest good for each of you, from Source, God, the universe, your sense of higher power. And I will see you hopefully next week.